Hello, everyone. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one-shots, mini-series, and long-running campaigns. If it's TTRPG and we center our camera properly, we pretty much do it all. Today, because it's not night yet, we're playing my favorite horror game. Not just a horror game. This has been my favorite horror TTRPG. Is made by some amazing people at Cobblepath on Twitter. Go check them out. They do a bunch of really cool stuff. But we're playing Locus. You've seen it a few times. You've done a few miniseries. It's always a wonderful time. Everyone dies. It's great. Before we dive into it, do just a few announcements to go through. The first being we do have a sponsor for tonight's stream. That is Soul Muppet Publishing. They publish a ton of stuff, including Orbital Blues, which we played recently, and which we will be playing again very soon because we love that game and wanted it to continue. You can also check out all of our previous streams because they're up on our YouTube channel. It's just Lost Caravan RPG at YouTube. There's something like 270-ish videos, 280, something like that. There's a ton. Go check them out. It's a bunch of great nerds telling a bunch of great stories. We'd love to see it. And finally, if you want to support us further, you can check out our website, lostcaravanrpg.com. You can find out information about the stream team, as well as the community that helps to support us, and check out our merch store, which is full of some very cool stuff. That's pretty much it. That's, no. Call of Cthulhu, the Caravan of Cthulhu week. The casting call is up. It's on our Twitter. It's also in our Discord. We're rapidly approaching the 55 cast members that we needed to fill out all 11 games. But I think we still have room. Dido might correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we still have room. So go sign up. Come roll some dice with us. Come be spooky. That's all I got. I'm going to kick up some music here. And go around and give everyone a chance to tell you who they are and who they're playing tonight. We'll go down the line, starting for me, which means that we are starting with Kian.
I've already lost my character sheet. Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. You can find me on the interwebs at upplay_Chapon. And tonight I'm playing Indy Reyes. That's all I got, because I can't find my character sheet. That's me.
Just your average Joe. You're just totally main character energy. Yeah, nobody.
I mean, may or may not have done some questionable things in their past, but tis Locus, so I'm sure we'll all find out together.
Well, I have a character question for you.
Oh. What?
How did you get invited to this trip into the woods for this weekend?
Probably, I'm kind of that person that just, it's kind of assumed that they're going to be there, because they kind of show up everywhere. Speaking as myself, Kian is that kind of person. People are just kind of like, oh yeah, Kian's going to, I don't know, be at this random party 20 hours away, and somehow I find a way to make it happen. Really, it's just intense FOMO. My character has very intense FOMO, so I made sure that I was around. Probably caught the details. Are we arriving together? Can we have?
Well, I guess It's up to you. Maybe more than one car.
I would say that I probably just showed up. Did not ride with anybody else.
Everyone just assumed that Indy was invited by someone else.
Yep. And I made sure that it happened. The best of the bystander effects is getting yourself invited to a party. But yeah, that's me. I think that's it.
Over to Karish.
Hi, I'm Karish. I've been on here a couple of times, and you can find me pretty much under Karish Valendar everywhere, so if you can't find me there, I'm probably not there. Tonight, or today, this afternoon, whatever time it is, I'm playing Oakley Hansen. She is a former high school, college cheerleader, but she had a pretty severe car accident a couple of years ago that kind of ended her career as a cheerleader. And she doesn't really like to talk about it too much because, trauma, that kind of stuff. So she's here at this cabin because she still kind of knows those folks, like the jocks and the in crowd, I guess you could say. So she's still invited to the parties, even though she's not really part of that culture anymore, as directly.
So, you weren't driving in that car, correct? You were just associated with the car accident.
No, I was driving.
Oh. Well, never mind then. I was good.
I sent you her information.
I misremembered. That's on me.
There goes the whole plot of the entire.
You know what? Go home, everyone. We're done.
Oh,
Story's ruined.
yeah, she was the driver.
And everyone still just kind of remembers you, being this friendly, popular person, and still just kind of included in all these events.
Mm-hmm.
All right, over to Aaron.
Hello, everyone. I am Aaron. My pronouns are she, they, they. You can find me pretty much everywhere as Great Cthulhu. Tonight I'll be playing Tasha Murphy, whose pronouns are they, them. I'm your Steer resident, came from money, thembo. Studying recreational science is a very real degree that's very integral to our society. Oh, and I think we established since that's true. This is my family's cabin.
Yeah. Of course, everyone here coming from money, everyone being on the more wealthy side. Certainly no one is an outlier. No one's just kind of faking it. That would be weird. Over to Bleak.
Hey, I'm Bleak Season. Pronouns are he, him. You can find me at The Bleak Season on Twitter, and I stream mostly with Guild Superior. Usually on Thursday nights, but Tuesday nights I play there also. So bouncing around, doing a bunch of different stuff. Super chuffed to be playing with all these amazing people here today. So thank you very much for the invite. I really appreciate it. I play Kurt Van Eyck, who had left for a while, gone to university, but came back to work for his father's car dealership not too long ago. Kurt was known as someone who was into a lot of the drug scene and sort of connected with those things, so I'm assuming he got invited to this thing kind of out of the blue because he's been gone for a while and he just came back recently after some troubles, and he got this invite, and I think perhaps people expect him to come holding. What's a party without some party favors? So I'm guessing that's why he was invited to this thing.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, why? Skittles, rockets, bottle caps, nerds.
It is almost the 4th of July.
It is.
And speaking of everyone's family coming from money and everyone being rich college kids, LC.
Hi, it's me, LC. Oh, I should start my intro with that every time. That's a really good one. I am Optimistics on all social media. I am playing Locus yet again. Bet you missed me. It's not Wednesday. What am I doing? It's a better character, I swear. I am playing Troy. No, it's not a better character. I'm so sorry. I'm playing Troy Bolton. I'm sorry. I really like my High School Musical joke. It's very funny to me. I'm playing Troy Bolton, the basketball boy. He is not from money. Hey, here's the joke. I am here because everyone just assumes I have money. I'm actually in college on a scholarship. My grades aren't the best, but somehow how I do maintain the scholarship, maybe it's because I'm so good at basketball. And I did some questionable things. Maybe we all have I don't know what else to say except for that, because otherwise it wouldn't be as funny later on in the game. And not because I also maybe lost my character sheet 5 seconds ago, but I found it now. And I also did not drive. I was not driving here.
Mm-hmm.
This is some intro. I'm up way earlier than usual. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
If you need a car, I can hook you up.
Yeah,
I might take that offer, actually.
I will. So it sounds like Indy is driving alone. Is everyone else carpooling? Are we in multiple cars outside of that?
I assume Tasha would drive probably for sure.
I think given my nature, I would have certainly offered to give anyone who wanted it a lift. I have a very nice brand new car that's that I'm leasing from my own car dealership. So if anyone needs a lift, I'm helpful. I'll come by.
I'll get a lift from Kurt probably. Kurt seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm all right. You seem all right.
Does Oakley drive?
Oakley still drives, but she doesn't like to drive distances. Like, she just likes to go in town, I guess. So she'll probably ride with somebody.
Tasha's happy to give rides.
Yeah, Tasha.
I love helping people.
She'll take a ride from Tasha, since it's Tasha's family's cabin.
Music is far too cheery.
That's when bad things happen.
Nothing bad's gonna happen. It's be fine.
It's a party.
Well, there are 3 separate cars, so let's go with the B3.
Oh no.
3.
It begins.
Kurt and Troy. The car ride up into the mountains is a long one. It is a couple hours outside of town. Much of it without any sort of cell service or lights or civilization. What are the two of you doing to pass the time?
Well, I got a CD of Talk playing, and I'm partly saying something along the lines of, I didn't really mind the cover that No Doubt made, but obviously the original, you can't touch it. That's my life. I mean, that's a statement and a half. That's my life. Like, I know it's so simple, yet it's so, it speaks to something I feel that we don't wrestle with enough. I think you get my drift. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I 100% get what you're saying. I feel like the last Nickelback album really hit it there too.
Nickel what?
I got hoop. Yeah, the last Nickelback album really just spoke to my heart. They really, that Photograph song I really felt like it connected to my family, man.
Right? See, I have no fucking clue who these guys are, but
You don't know Nickelback? It's super. It's on the radio all the time.
I listen
I
to
don't
the
know.
radio.
Oh, I don't listen to your CDs.
Well, you are now.
I am now. It's pretty good. It's all right.
What are you gonna do? Exactly. But I get what you're saying. When a song reaches you, when it speaks to you, I mean, it doesn't matter who it is, what other people think of it. If you like these, this Nickel bunch, if it reaches you, I mean, I say go for it. It's very hard to find things that really reach you. When you find it.
When you find it, it just on repeat, man. On repeat. Hit that button.
Oh, I remember when I was back in the day, I had the Discman, right? And then you'd have those little buttons on the side, and the rewind one. That one was always the one that would just, you couldn't even read it after a while. I was always hitting that track, especially when I would hit a song like this, Or
until you're sick of it. Listen until you're sick of it.
Carelessness check, please.
Say that again.
A hard carelessness check. As the two of you are getting engrossed in this conversation about music.
Do we both do it, or just
Kurt? Kurt's driving.
Okay.
Hard means I take the lowest one, right?
Lowest one.
Well, starting off on a strong stroke here with a 1, and that fails. It's miserable.
Oh, sorry. Everyone also should have drawn a starting hand of 5 cards.
Oh, sorry.
which I forgot to mention.
Oh shit, I gotta write these down. Shit.
If you draw your virtue suit, you can discard it and redraw, and get 2 extra willpower.
All right, so discard anything that's from my virtue.
Yep.
Get 2 willpower per, or just for discarding?
Every time you draw a virtue card, you get 2 willpower.
Okay. That's
Is it 2
4.
or 3?
Oh wait,
I think it's 3, but I'm not going to argue with the GM.
It is typically 3, but everyone always ends one shots with 100 willpower left over.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
That's good.
I just want to make sure that I'm reading stuff correctly.
So I failed miserably.
As the two of you are engrossed in this conversation, talking about the nickel bunch and CDs and that music that just really hits you, there's a thud from the front of the car.
What the? Did you see that? What was that?
Did we see that, Hope? Like, what do we hit?
Oh,
The headlights.
there was just nothing there, and then suddenly something.
I stop. Oh man, this is how horror films start.
I don't like horror films, man.
Me either.
I
This
I
is
only
real
watch.
life. So.
My mom really likes Gilmore Girls. I like Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore, what? What do you? Hold on. I don't. Hold on. Stay here. I'm just gonna go check. I'll get out of the car. How dark is it?
Pretty close to pitch black, with all the.
Do I
cover of
have
the
a
trees.
flashlight in the car somewhere?
I assume you have your phone at the very least.
Okay. Actually, yeah. Take the phone. I'll go in the front of the car, check if there's any damage or blood or anything like that.
We get to do a fun thing where the first time you pull out your cell phone, we get to roll a D100 to see what percentage your phone's at.
Do I
Hope,
roll it?
tell
Do you
if I
roll?
drew
Yeah,
a
go for
haunt? Do I tell you if I drew a haunt?
No. I might ask how many haunts people have.
Okay.
All right, 68.
Phone is at 68%.
Can we change that? Can I spend 1 willpower to change it to 69, Hoop?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 1 willpower and change it to
I
69.
pick it up, I look at it, it's at 68. And then it changes things, 69. I'm like, oh, nice.
Takes it off the charger.
I'll turn the light on. I'll go see the front of the car first, see if there's any damage, because this is a lease.
It is covered in blood.
Oh, fuck. Is it damaged?
Minorly, just maybe a little bit of a dent. Whatever it was, it couldn't have been that big.
I'm gonna go check. I'll look under the car and then I'll move towards the back.
Get down, start peering under the car, and kind of have to move around the wheels. You're casting your own shadows. And it's just this odd sensation of like there's something there, but every time you move the light to get around the wheel well or the bumper, there's nothing there.
Hey kid, you know how to drive?
Yeah, I got my license.
You wanna hop in the seat there and back it up? Maybe like 10, 15 feet.
Yeah, sure. Do that. Crawl. I don't get out of the car though. I like crawl, over the seat.
You drive
As
stick?
one does. No, man. No, I don't drive stick.
It's alright, it's automatic.
Okay. Cool. My dad tried to teach me once and I hit a tree, so we didn't do that again.
Yeah, no, don't hit a tree with this one, Elise.
Well, I think you already took care of hitting something, so we might be okay.
Well, we
Right.
could debate this all night long. I don't think maybe the thing hit me.
Troy, as you're hearing this shouted up from the front of the car, you see that flashlight, kind of like circling around the base of the car a little. Would you make a hard frailty check for me?
Sure thing. That is a pass.
Oh. There's a moment as you're, crawling over to get into the driver's seat that just feel like there's someone in the car with you. That feeling in the back of your head, in the pit of your stomach, where you're just being watched, and just get yanked violently back into the seat.
Like the front seat or the back seat?
Back into the seat that you were just crawling your way out of.
Oh shit, man.
And then it's gone.
You lost?
Lost? No, something just grabbed me, man.
I sort of stand up and look in the car. What are you talking about? It's your seatbelt. It's your seatbelt. Just
My
undo the
seatbelt's not on. I just moved.
You didn't have your seatbelt on?
No, I just moved.
I told you, you got in the car. I said buckle up.
Your seatbelt is
did.
clearly on.
What? When did I put my seatbelt on?
You didn't.
I don't know, but you listen, which is good. I mean, it could have been bad. Just get in there and move the car back.
All right.
Do you need help?
No, I got this. I got this. Gotta get my head in the game. Okay. I'm gonna. Sorry, Kian. I put the car in reverse. And I'm gonna back it up.
Undo the seatbelt. Climb over. Because you definitely didn't put your seatbelt on, and yet, as you got out, it yanked you back, started to pull tight, and then just released you.
Aw, this little guy cares about my safety.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna befriend the monster again. Me and the Locus besties.
But you climb over, throw the car in reverse, back it up just a bit. Again, there's nothing down there.
Oh, maybe it flew off into the thing. Well, I don't think it was human. It doesn't look like it was big enough to be human. So, I mean, it's probably just a bird or something that flew across the... All right. I'll get back and go back to the side. Get back on your side.
Okay, I crawl back over.
Get in.
Put your seatbelts on.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm like, buckle up.
Yeah.
Troy,
I don't know, probably a bird, a night bird or something. Reminds
yeah.
me, at some point back in the day, I was driving back home, and I remember I was pretty buzzed out, man. I'd done everything under the sun. I was drunk, I was high as everything, but I'm driving and I'm thinking, if nothing that's not supposed to happen happens, I'm gonna be fine. And that's when this giant owl landed right in front of me in the middle of the road. And I'm driving and I'm talking to this owl. I'm like, fuck off, owl. Go, owl. Owl, move. And then at the last second, just before I have to decide whether to hit the owl or move, and I jerk the wheel, it flies off, and then I end up in the ditch. And let me tell you, at this point in time, I'd fucking run over that owl. I'd be like,
You'd speed it up.
just drive over it. Otherwise, you end up in the ditch. That's all I'm saying.
Troy, your
Well,
seatbelt
I don't-
will not latch.
Oh shit.
What'd you do? Just press the... Did you break the car?
No. Why are you trying to blame this car breaking on me? You're the one who broke the car
yeah.
in the first place. Dude, not cool.
Your seatbelt, just... All right, hop in the back seat.
Why?
Because you need to be buckled up. Look, we already hit one thing. If we hit something else and... Oh, you know what? It's fine. Stay there. It's cool. No worries.
Not my dad.
That was your dad, by the way.
But that's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a little bit, he's annoying, but
Oh,
my dad,
you know,
so.
It's a dad. Exactly. What are you going to do?
I think we can safely pan out, let this car continue up the road. As our second vehicle, got 50-50 shot now, of Oakley and Tasha. Two of you are driving along the many-hour trip up to your family's cabin. What's this trip look like for the two of you?
So yeah, I think Tasha just makes like very like small talk that they feel is like not small talk, just random bullshit. Like just whatever comes into brain leaves mouth immediately.
Yeah. Oakley would interact with that, like respond in kind. I think she's also kind of, I mean, looking out the window a lot. I don't know if she's ever been up to this cabin before, so she doesn't know where they're going. But anytime there's like a car that passes them, like on the 2-lane highway that
You
they're
haven't
going
seen
on, she
another
kinda...
car forever.
Okay, good. Well, if there was like one random car, she'd tense up a little bit, kind of like, you know, like when the kid is driving, the mom like grabs onto the oh shit handle. But other than that, yeah, she'll continue small talk, look out the window, kind of see what's going on outside. Do you have like Bluetooth or something I can hook my phone up to? I can listen to some music.
Of course. Please play whatever you like.
Oh yeah. So she'll pull up some, like whatever the latest tunes are, like the most popular boy band.
Not
I guess.
Nickelback, please.
No. No. Like, I don't even. What year does this take place in?
Nickel
One
Bunch.
Direction.
One Direction.
You mean
Sure,
Many Direction?
Many Directions.
2 Directions.
Tasha, I also need a hard carelessness check, please.
Oh, goody.
Why so careless?
I want to roll above my thing, right?
Yes.
So that is a 14.
It's just the lowest die.
Oh, the lowest die.
Yeah.
That's a 4.
I-
That is decidedly below my carelessness.
Again, it's this winding road. It is dark. Your headlights seem to barely carve out this very narrow view of the road in front of you. You turn the corner, and there is just suddenly someone there, lying in the middle of the road.
Oh my god, stop the car! Stop!
Yeah, Tasha slams on the brakes. What happens when you interact with something that reminds you of your haunt?
Can make a stress check. If it's severe enough, you can just draw a card.
Okay, I'll draw a card then. This might be directly related to what mine is.
Slam on the brake, just gripping that steering wheel. Flashbacks of recent history coming back at you. Oakley,
Yeah, I think instinctually she, like, you can see like Tasha's considering taking her foot off the brake and just driving the fuck away. Like this is not not their problem. But then kind of realizes like, oh shit, I'm not alone, and keeps their foot down. I guess
I think there's a few moments of just silence. The car comes to a stop, and then you're just watching Tasha just sit there.
What? You okay, Tasha?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm great. I took some CPR classes. I'll go check on them, I guess. Puts it in park. You stay here. They'll leave the car running.
Okay. I'll bop out to one or two directions.
You hop out. The figure is a bloody mess. Clearly unconscious. Clearly human.
Yeah, Tasha will lean down and kind of like check for pulse first.
There's a pulse.
Hey, Oakley, do you have service? They're alive.
I should let me double check. So she'll see if she can dial out with her phone.
T100, please.
That's an 8.
Phone's at 8%, and there is no service.
Tim, I forgot to plug it in when I was listening to the tunes, so like I barely have any battery. Also, I don't have any signal.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, Tasha's gonna kind of look over this person to see like where are their injuries. Is this something that like with jury rigging? Because I do have expertise first aid.
Yeah,
Like, is this something without I could like help without real materials at hand?
It looks like blunt force, like maybe they were hit by a car, but they weren't going that fast. The damage looks mostly superficial. A lot of these nicks and cuts were from kind of hitting the road and just, being like cut up by pebbles and gravel. Has Tasha ever met Troy?
I don't know. I don't know if we determined that. I'll do odds or evens. LC, you call it.
I was really bad at this game last night. Evens.
I know Troy. In fact, yes.
Yeah. As you're like getting closer inspection and kind of like wipe away some of the blood. This is Troy.
Holy shit, Oakley! It's Troy. Come out here and help me move him right now.
Troy? Oh my god! And she'll hop out of the car and come over here to where Tasha and Troy are.
Troy, you can hear like the buzzing, which kind of starts to turn into words, and then the world starts to get a little more coherent. Everything hurts, but you are slowly regaining consciousness.
Well, I feel like I'm not gonna say anything because everything is in pain and I'm dying.
Yeah, you can actually mark off 3 from your death store.
Okay, I was about to ask Hoop. Hey Hoop, Hey Hoop?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Hoop can't kill me in a game. Okay, you get hit by a car and I wasn't even in a fucking road. Okay. I lost my death star. Never mind. I remember how it works here. Okay, 3. Great. Love that for me. I probably do the not gonna describe that. Not everybody works EMS. The very, very small movements people make when they're injured, but a lot of groaning. How injured am I, Hope? Like how? I dropped my pen. Like can I get up?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Can I get up?
It's very
Okay, so it's
sore,
not like
you probably have like a bruised rib, but you're not in immediate danger of death.
Okay, never mind. I'm good. All right, I'm gonna like sit up and like I'm holding my side like, what? Wait, am I confused as to how I got here? Because I was in a car last time we had a scene.
Absolutely.
What the hell?
Are you okay?
What are you doing in the middle of the road, Troy?
Did someone hit you?
What am I doing in the middle of the road? I was at.
Did you lose your
You
memory?
guys are going to the cabin too, right?
Yes. I'm Oakley. Remember Oakley? And this is Tasha.
We've met, remember? Wait, do you know what day it is? What's your last name?
My last name is Bolton, but
Okay.
you two chicks, I think we had like pre-calc together, but I'm not really sure because I didn't go to class like 90% of the time.
I mean, I didn't either, but I mean,
Okay.
I did some
Okay.
cheerleading a couple of years ago.
Oh,
and
that's where I know
yeah.
you from. Okay, and I'm sure I remember you, but oh shit.
So why weren't
I
you didn't you get a ride with somebody or drive yourself? Were you walking all the way out here?
No. I was in a car with I was in a car with Kurt. You guys know Kurt, right?
Yeah, I think I met him a couple
Yeah,
of times.
he's
I've
the
seen
one.
him around.
He's the one
Yeah.
that usually brings all the fun
Oh.
stuff.
Yeah. Like party favors?
Yeah, that kind. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that dude. He listens to some weird music.
You.
I was in a car with him, and then he hit something, and then tried to blame it on me, I think. And then I backed the car up, and then it was nothing, and then we kept going. Something tried to get me in the car. There was someone in that car, guys. There was someone in that car.
So
But cool,
did they
though.
throw you out of the car?
No, I was in the car. I got in the seat next to him again. And that was it. Like, I was in the car. I never got out of the car.
You had to get out of the car somehow, right? To end up in the road? Or Oakley's gonna look around and see if there's like a car anywhere, like off the road, or there's a car wreck or something anywhere nearby.
Yeah, or tire marks even. Like, did someone break? Well, I guess I left tire marks. Never mind.
I don't know. Like I said, I was in the car the whole time, never got out. And I don't know at what point we were at. Like, I don't even know if this is where we were. Like, we don't have any cell service. It's dark. All the trees look the same. Like, I didn't even get out and look at the car. I don't know what he could have hit. This is making my brain hurt more than what I think usually.
Is there any sign of any sort of a car anywhere near?
Oh yeah, they're clear tire tracks.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's get you in the car and get you to the cabin, and then there should be like some basic medical stuff there. We can get you like at least some painkillers or
And maybe
booze. Booze is a painkiller technically.
It's true. Maybe Kurt's there already and can explain what happened.
Yeah.
I hope so. He got a lot of explaining to do.
Did you accept anything to drink from him?
No, man, no. We
Oh,
haven't even
good.
gotten to the cabin. Why would I drink now?
I think
you were
I think once Oakley brings it up, Tasha's gonna look at Troy's pupils to see if they're dilated or anything.
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Can you walk? Are you good? Do you want help? I'm happy.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
And they'll just swoop right under.
Oh, all right. Cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you have-
Oh, you're real
You have a
strong.
minor injury of a bruised rib, which means that any check that you feel physically would be hindered by that is one level of difficulty more difficult.
I'm gonna pretend I have no medical knowledge and use this sparingly.
I trust you. I trust
Thanks. Mm-hmm.
your sparing use. But the three of you get back into the car, find that the moment that it's turned back on, the radio is just static.
Well, there go our tunes, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it'll be a quieter ride now.
And that brings us over to our third and final car. Indy. Getting... well, actually, I'll ask you. Because we can jump around in time. Is Indy more of a get there early kind of person, or a show up after everyone's already arrived?
Definitely a late arrival.
You, in the middle of this many-hour drive, would find these tire tracks. I mean, one set comes to a skidding halt, the other looks like it swerved a little, and your headlights would catch just the gleam of blood splattering the middle of the road.
Is this a 1 lane or a 2 lane road?
It is a dirt road up in the mountains.
Uh, gonna call my character by the wrong name. I end a lot of my character names with a Y. Indy is driving a I'm gonna say a Maserati. No, yeah, I'm gonna say Maserati. Uh, and does not want to get this car damaged or dirty. They're a little materialistic, and he slows down and sees the blood and stares for a minute, probably a little longer. But it's not like a calculating stare. Kind of just staring at it, and will just continue on. Does not stop. Does not want to inspect anything.
Would you make a hard Wow, I'm going home. I quit.
Hoop is trying to kill us before we even get to the fucking
I'm
capital.
trying.
Like,
I'm trying.
like on God.
This is gonna have to be triple sixes because I am max carelessness.
Nailed it.
Yeah, no, that's 2 1s and a 5, so definite failure.
Your eyes are kind of just hitting that blood patch and keep driving as your eyes still just kind of follow it. By the time you lift your head to, stare back at the road ahead of you, there is no road. Your car is just, even as I just instinctively, most people would hit the brakes catch, and it is still just slowly teetering forward.
But I'm not. Am I balanced or am I like still?
It's that point where you were going so slow that even as you realized what was happening, hit the brakes, you came to almost immediate stop and are kind of just in that like perfect balance of like the rear wheels are almost touching the ground but not quite.
Still, Indy is very calm.
Over the radio, you hear it, which just clicks on. You hear an EMS call go out for a car accident. Multiple cars, suspected drunk driving. There were fatalities. It lists every person involved, every car, going into details of the event that really no one should have known.
Does this sound very familiar to
It
me?
does.
Ooh, I feel like it's appropriate to draw a card.
Yeah. In fact, everyone can draw a card because it's the top of the hour.
Ooh, do you want me to draw 2?
Yeah.
What happens if it's our haunt? Nothing.
If it's your haunt, just keep in mind how many haunt cards you have.
I drew a haunt and a virtue, which is delightful.
So the virtues from this point stay in your hand, but you do still get the willpower.
Okay, and it was 2, correct?
Yes.
That we're doing?
For you, it's 2.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry. Yes, everyone gets 2 willpower when you draw your.
I was like, why are you saying it like that?
So if we draw our virtue, we get 2 more willpower.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why people tend to end one shots with like 10 to 20 willpower left over.
Okay. Gotcha.
I will. Oh God, I'm so materialistic. I am going to try and get out of the car. Do that like very slow crawl. Are you gonna make me roll carelessness again? For this?
Absolutely.
I would like to play Go Fish.
Ooh. So, I offered a Devil's Deal mechanic. At the top of the stream, I'm going to draw 5 cards. These are my 5 cards. We're going to play Go Fish.
Do I have to have the card in my hand
No.
and what I've drawn? Okay. Do you have a 7? Yes. Okay. I get out of the car safely.
It is very careful. One tiptoeing step after the other. When your feet finally are firmly planted on the ground, like a fog being lifted, you're just staring at your car, parked in the center of the road. Everything's fine. You literally just carefully crawled out of your car for no reason.
How far am I from like the little blood patch?
20
see
feet,
it?
maybe?
I will glance. Is anything on the radio?
It's still replaying that same EMS call over and over and over.
I will turn off the radio. I would like to try and turn off the radio.
Click the radio off. It clicks back on, but louder.
Oh, I hate that. How do I know how far I am from the cabin?
2 hours, maybe?
God, jeez. Okay. I will get back in the car and I sort of like settle into my body and I grip very tightly with both hands on toward the top of the steering wheel. But I'm going to try again to turn off the radio. And if it turns back on, I will try again.
It
Because I do
gets
not want to listen to this.
louder and louder and louder.
I'll start driving, but you can tell that Indy is pretty furious right now. The calm demeanor when they saw the blood patch, the calmness whenever he was in the tipped car is very much gone. The louder that this radio gets.
How about a moderate cowardice check?
Cowardice. Okay. That was triple 4s, which passes for me.
Yeah. You hold steady. You do not go up to uneasy or tense. Remain at uneasy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to tune out the radio as best I can. Is this the era of AirPods?
It's modern day.
I would like to say that I would pull out my AirPods and try to put music on my phone.
Drowns it out a little bit. Probably enough to get by.
I'm an MCR fan, for the record, so that is what I am listening to the whole way.
Same. I think with that, we can fast forward just a little. As Kurt and Troy, the two of you hit the cabin, finding that the lights are off, there's no other cars, you are the first ones here.
So much for arriving fashionably late.
Wait a
think we should-
second.
What? Want to
Yeah.
wait in the car? Or you want to go inside?
No, LC picked up on what I picked up on.
Oh,
Yeah, what's wrong?
I don't have enough brain cells for this. Yeah. Can you repeat that? Sorry. I thought I saw a deer. I was looking at the deer.
Well, at least we didn't hit that one. I was just saying,
thought-
what?
I thought we had a bird.
Yeah, no, that's what we said. I was just making a relax, kid. It's okay. We're good. Do you want to go inside? Do you want to wait out here? Would that be impolite to just, go in? Maybe the door is unlocked.
No, I think we should go inside. I think we should go inside.
Yeah, all right, sure. Get out of the car. Head up the stairs.
Mm.
Do you? I assume that the two of you have like at least some luggage, like overnight clothes, uh, basic traveling supplies.
Yeah, I got one of those like dude duffels that like you just shove everything in and don't organize at all, aka how
course.
I pack my suitcase, but a duffel bag.
Are you bringing
Yeah,
that
I
with
probably
you,
have a.
or just going in to check out the place first?
Is it
Mm,
unlocked?
I think I would probably leave it in the car for as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you get up to the door. It is a beautiful cabin. It's probably 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, like 2 separate living areas, a full kitchen. There's a hot tub out back. This place is amazing. It has its own like generator and solar panels. But yeah, the door is not only unlocked, but it's actually open a crack.
Because they use the term cabin loosely. Anybody home? Knock. Walk in.
Hmm.
Hello.
Not sad.
Honey, I'm homo.
That is a Robert Downey Jr. joke if I ever heard one. I'm just gonna like walk in and try the lights. They work?
They flicker for a moment, but do come on.
At least
Think, do you
they,
mind if I smoke? Light a cigarette.
Dude, you
What?
can't smoke in someone else's house, dude. It's gonna
Well,
make everything smell.
Once they're here, I won't be able to, so I might as well enjoy it now. Who owns this joint again?
It's one of the other people that I think I remember. I think I had pre-calc with them. I don't know. I didn't really go to class.
Oh man, pre-calc. You didn't get Mr. Sullivan, did you?
Who?
Sullivan? Old man Tom Sullivan? It's who taught pre-calc back when I was in. No, not him. All right, cool. Man, you
No,
lucked
no.
out.
I didn't really solve anything in that class.
Yeah, you lucked out, man. His breath smelled like a raccoon had died in there, and he would just come up to you, like right up to your face, and try to explain to you what you'd done wrong, and you'd just be sitting there wanting to die. It was.
How I feel in most classes. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, well, the things you remember about high school. Doesn't look like anyone's here. Hey, fridge.
Oh shit! Yeah, fridge.
Check the
You
fridge.
Step in. The place is fully stocked. It looks like someone came by probably a few days ago, made sure that the linens were fresh, the generators were fueled up, there's food. Just really prepped the place for a full weekend of just getting away from the city.
All the comforts at home, not at home. There should be someone here. I don't think they'd leave the door open with all this stuff in here.
You hear very soft music by the time you hit the kitchen. Kind of just barely audible throughout parts of this cabin.
Hello?
Thought nobody was here yet. I thought it was just us.
Well, I guess not.
Someone's playing music. That's weird.
I don't know. I'd
Ayo.
play music if I was gonna have a party. I'm gonna check out back. Maybe they're outside. There must be a pool or a lake or ocean view or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Hey, do you see any beer in the fridge?
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff.
I'm gonna grab a beer. I got a headache.
Yeah, that's gonna help.
Steps out the back onto this massive patio. There's a grill, there's a smoker. You can see that it does look out over a man-made lake. It's kind of like off the back of the cabin.
Man, poor people annoy me. It's like my cigarette off the side of the.
Troy, you hear a door like click and then kind of swing open, and that music gets a little louder.
Like, so I'm like in the kitchen. How is the layout? Is it like I like appear that way, like a hallway, and maybe there's a door at the end? Yeah.
Stepping in the living area to your left, kitchen. Through the kitchen is the door to that back patio area. But from the living room, there's a hall and a set of stairs that lead to all the different bedrooms and bathrooms.
Okay, I'm gonna put my head like out of the kitchen area, like step towards the area, open area as much as I can, and like look towards where the music is coming from and the door opened. And I'm not gonna go all the way to it. Jot that down. But I will look at it, the open door with the music, and be like, "Ayo, who's here?"
Your very soft giggle.
Like a child?
Not quite a child. Feminine, but not quite a child.
That's not an answer, bruh. Like, it wasn't a joke. Like, are you here? Who's here?
The door opens halfway.
Okay. Well, acting on, I believe, both my haunt and my virtue, I would be tempted from curiosity to know what this is, but also if someone's here alone, I would want to make sure they're all right. And also maybe, like, I don't really think I like to be left out of jokes, so I'm kind of tempted to hear what the joke was if it was so funny. I'm gonna go see what they were laughing about.
From here, there's kind of like a set of stairs. Walking past the set of stairs, you get to the door, and it's another set that go down into like a basement kind of utility area. The music is much louder here. It's just this old kind of 1920s, very staticky like, record type music.
In the basement? I'm gonna call from the stairs, like, down to the basement and be like, "That's not really party music. Can you flip the record to something else? You got any other... Is that a record?
We
I don't
make
think I've
a
ever used a record."
hard frailty check, please.
Anyways. I would like to spend 1 willpower so that I pass. I got a 4, a 4, and a 2, so I'd like to make that to a 3.
Well, you can spend 1 to just re-roll 1.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll do that anyways. Anyways, that's another 2, so fuck me, I guess.
You can spend another 1.
No, hope that I have 0. Well, you know what? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have 0 willpower. Can I do that? Wait, I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that. 1. I was at 3. Then I spent 1.
There's...
No. Either way, I might just die, and it's not even break time. So anyways,
There's suddenly just
Yeah.
a face in your face. Feminine, gaunt, emaciated, grabbing onto your collar and just...
can I punch it?
Absolutely.
I
Two
want to
of
punch
you
the
are
ghost.
thud, thud, thud down the stairs.
That body makes a thud too.
Mostly you.
Mostly me.
Mostly.
Okay. Mostly me. A little bit them.
But
Just,
it is...
I get.
By the time you hit the bottom, there is just this crack. From somewhere in your lower extremities. I need you to mark off another 6 points of your death's door.
Hey, this is fuck. This is not funny. I didn't sign up for this game for you to be mean to me. Yes, I did. But anyways.
Kurt, even as you flick out the cigarette and turn back in, you see Troy just shutting the door to the basement.
Yeah, I did that.
Find anyone?
Nah, man.
Yeah, well, you know.
By now, both of
Yes,
you
we
hear a car pull up.
Oh. Maybe it's the hookers.
What?
Or the band, who knows? Someone's here.
Sasha, Oakley, and Troy, the three of you, pull up to the house, seeing that there is already a car here. The lights are on.
guess someone beat us here, and the cabin was unlocked. That's fun. Good job,
Yes.
Mom and Dad.
Oh, so you didn't send anyone ahead to clean up?
I
or
mean,
anything?
they're like someone to get like open, because like the cabin we close it during crappy weather times,
Right,
and
yeah.
then open it again. So yeah, someone came up to open it, but leaving the door unlocked. That's I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm assuming.
It's the middle of nowhere. Who would be here?
Yeah, well, I assume. Yeah, I have to assume that they're guests. Do I recognize the car at all?
Yeah, you know Kurt,
Okay.
so you know you've spent time
Cool.
with Kurt. I mean, you
It says
Oh,
Van Eyck Motors on the
yeah,
back.
exactly.
I'm still fully playing that way, given the smooth brain over here. Oh fuck, no, that's Kurt's car. Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, we're good. It's good.
Can
Let's
I
get
be
you
inside
inside.
making a punch?
Yeah, absolutely. Just immediately digging into the kitchen, getting everything.
Fixing
you need.
everything.
Yeah. The three of you like to do?
Yeah, so Tosh be like, yeah, let's get you inside and get you like taken care of, and then yeah.
Yeah, then we can.
Otherwise, make
Yeah.
yourself at home. Oakley, of course, like
Okay.
me, Sukasa. Wait, which Mikasa Sukasa? Got it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna grab my my bags out from your trunk if that's okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Here, I'll pop the trunk.
And Oakley will go get her bags.
Yeah, Tasha will assist Troy inside if he needs. Otherwise, yeah, she'll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need it. I have a broken rib. Well, I can probably walk, but like I'm limping.
Right.
It hurts.
Human
to breathe.
human crutch. Yeah, human crutch. It is.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, Tasha will human crutch it for Troy.
Step out of the car, put pressure on that right leg, and it just collapses. Like someone just took a baseball bat to the side of that leg.
I immediately grip onto Tasha, like, because they were helping me to walk anyways, so I'm gonna immediately use that crutch.
Oh, okay, you're worse. Okay, yeah, put all your weight on me. I got this.
Thanks, bud.
Three of you, some more assisted than others, get to the door, push it open, and did Troy or Kurt bring any music to play while you're prepping drinks?
I feel like I would have like a playlist of some sort on my phone. That's like party hits, but it's only like the top 100 from like 5 years ago. It's only the bangers from high school. Like high school, I peaked in high school. I cannot stress this enough. And it is like, I don't know what year it is, but we got Nickelback. We got like like
Smash
Pitbull, Smash Mouth,
Is Hoobastank on that playlist?
Yeah, who was
Hoobastank, Shakira, Get Low, Lil Jon, like all. I hate this. This is a very bad playlist, but it has some bops, like maybe one bop that's timeless.
Kurt, as Troy has been helping you, mix your punch concoction, he just, hears the car pull up and just kind of steps out of the room. Soon after, you see Oakley, Tasha, and Troy all coming in. Troy clearly being assisted, not being able to put much weight on one leg, clearly favoring like the left side of his rib cage.
Oh, buddy, did they beat you up?
No, we did not beat him up. We found him in the middle of the road.
Yeah, someone hit him with a car and left him.
What? What are you talking about?
Did you hit him with the car?
Hit him in the... How could I hit him with a car? He was sitting in the car with me.
Well, yeah, that's what he said. He was sitting in the car with you, and then suddenly he's in the middle of the road.
What are you talking about? He's in the middle of the road. He's been here with me the entire time. Who do you think put this
Obviously
music
not.
on? Does this sound like something I would play?
I don't know, Kurt. You have very interesting tastes.
It's
Who-
Troy's
Why-
phone. Go check it out. It's the one that's plugged to the. Troy, come on, buddy. What's up?
How many Troys are in this room, Hoop? LC needs to know.
You? Why would there be more than one Troy?
Which? Oh my
The Troy
god!
that was with Kurt walked out of the room when the car pulled up.
Thank you. All right,
There's only one
Gotta
Troy.
listen. You know what? Maybe James should run this game. James gaslights me less.
Okay,
This
buddy.
is
Here, have a
dope,
seat.
and I love
Have a seat.
Hoop a lot. Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
pull up a
yeah.
chair for
I
Troy.
I was like in the car with you, bro, and then like I was on the ground, and these dudes, they were with me, and I was on the ground, and my ribs hurt, and then I got in the car with them, and they took me here, and then I got out of the car, and then my leg didn't work, and like now I'm here, and you're telling me I was here, but I wasn't here because I was there. That makes
Are you-
sense?
Are you fucking high?
No.
Am I high? Did I get high
Probably.
and I didn't notice?
I mean, you've been here longer than us. Maybe.
We've been here 2 minutes. Look, I barely had time to mix the freaking watermelon juice with the vodka. We've been here 2 minutes.
Oh, speaking of that, let's get you something for the everything, Troy. I'll go see if we have real meds first. Tasha's gonna go check like medicine cabinet and stuff.
One of my skills is the knowledge of drugs illicit and otherwise, so I might suggest like, well, look if you have some I don't know, whatever, but look if you have this kind of painkiller, that'll be pretty good, and it's not gonna mess up too much with the alcohol.
Percocet, Oxy, all of them.
Check
are
if they got
opioid.
some Percocet, and if they do, just bring the whole bottle.
Percocet, Oxy,
You okay, bud?
Tramadol. Yeah. I would
Good
not
try.
know those drug names though because I am an idiot.
Just be trying to make you comfortable.
There is no position in which I will lay or sit that I am comfortable.
Well,
Because-
as comfortable as possible, I suppose.
I'm gonna like take a couch pillow and like hold it and like hug it where the rib is and try and like hold it so that it does not move as much as possible when I breathe. Because that's really hurting. And then my leg, I don't know what to do with my leg, man. R.I.P. My leg.
That looks really bad. What would you do? Just fall down the stairs?
I think, honestly, at this point, man, I don't know. But maybe someone hit me with a car. Also, maybe I hit my head because none of this makes sense. And I mean, like, I've had a concussion before, definitely, like, at least 3 times in the last 2 months. But, I can't give you an answer.
All right, look, you're just in shock. Just I'll just lean back there. Tasha's gonna get you something. Just take it easy for a second. Hey, oh, Click, can I talk to you over there for a second?
Yeah, I guess.
Go over to the side and look at her like, hey. And then, what the hell?
It's like I told you, Tasha and I were driving. Well, they were driving, and on the way up here, and there was somebody in the middle of the road, and Tasha got out to look at him, and turns out it's Troy. And Troy had no idea where he was at. He said he was in a car with you, and you hit something, and
Yeah, we did. We hit like whatever, like some nightbird or something. But
yeah, I think we saw the tire tracks, but like where
where was this? Where was this? Like, I try to kind of give about an idea of where we were when we hit.
And I assume it kind of lines up with where.
Identical.
Yeah, that's totally where we found Troy at. Because we saw the tire tracks from where I guess he hit the bird or whatever it was.
Is this supposed to be kind of a a setup? Like, is this like, is there a hidden camera somewhere or something like that? Is that the?
Not that I know of. I was just told that we were just coming up here to like hang out for a weekend and relax, before end of school or whatever.
Oh, it's working. I'm relaxed right now. I'm so fucking relaxed. I'm about to. Hey, Troy, what's up, man? All right. Yeah. Look, it makes no sense, but maybe it's just kind of maybe it's one of those host a murder things. We'll
Maybe.
just play along. We'll just play along.
I guess that would make sense because Tasha was the one who found out that it was Troy.
Yeah, maybe.
And this is their family's cabin.
It's some kind of some kind of game. It's all right. Let's just play along and let's
Does
just.
Troy have a twin brother?
You know what?
Like Trey and Troy?
I don't know. I gotta say, like, I like the kid, but I don't think I ever spoke more than 2 words to him in my life. So I guess it's possible.
Maybe they go to a different school and we just don't know it.
Poor families, they tend to have a lot of babies, so maybe.
Yeah, like totally. Yeah. So maybe we just play along. Don't let Tasha know that we're in on their little secret thing. Because they probably worked really hard to set all this up with Troy and Trey, and
Is there anybody else come in?
I think Indy said that he was coming.
You do hear another car pulling up.
Great. All right.
Maybe they're triplets. Maybe there's Trey, like with an A instead of an E, and Troy.
That's trade roll, like that. Can you
So-
imagine that? Triplets? Man, I'm an only child, and that was hard.
As you're pulling up, your headlights hits the front of this cabin. You see the 2 other cars, and you see a figure out there still kind of like pulling bags out of one of the cars. Have you ever met Troy?
Yes, definitely, because I show up to everything.
You'd see Troy standing there, bag in hand.
Is this a fully damaged Troy?
It's fine.
Indy would get out of the car, and just has a backpack. Walk up. Hey man, what's up? You're muted, Elsie.
God damn it. I say, hey man, what's up? And then I do the nod thing. Like, I repeat exactly what you said. And what's up?
Indy takes this in stride. Do you guys see the blood stain back there? Pretty far back, but looked like something gnarly happened.
I never got out of the car, so I don't think so. I think that the Kurt dude hit a bird at some point. But I didn't get out of the car, so I don't know if it was the same place that you might have seen something, but I don't know.
A lot of blood for a bird.
There's a
Did the
big bird
radio-
around here, I guess, or it was. I don't know.
Did the radio ever stop playing, Coop?
By the time you've pulled up, it has.
Okay. My car picked up some kind of a weird, I don't know, police call-in or something. I have no idea. This is kind of a weird drive, but I brought, and the way that Indy gets into all of these things is that they take note of what everybody's favorite things are. And so Indy has alcohol that is everybody's favorite, snacks that is everybody's favorite. So nobody really questions it when they show up. It's kind of just like, hey, I brought some stuff. But just kind of gestures. I've got some stuff in the bag. You need any help with those? I can help you carry them inside.
No, I think I got these. Do you need any help?
Nah, I think I'm good, man. And Indy does this like very awkward punch to the shoulder.
Kian, why are we the same person? I was gonna do that. I'm like, God,
Give me back the brain cell, Elsie.
no, I need it today. No, I don't. No, you can have it. I don't need it today.
Thank you.
And then I want to like, you know how you do the hand thing and then you go like this, but we
Yes.
both have bags, so I'm like gonna like try to do that, but with like your like through the arm shoulder thing and be like,
Oh, cool.
It's
cool, man.
really awkward. Really, like I cannot stress how awkward it probably is. Just given the bag situation.
Yeah. I'll see you inside, I guess. And this is awkwardness and also a little bit of gay panic on Indy's part as they are headed inside. As a trans kid, I feel like I need to point out that this is the like I don't know how dudes act, but I'm trying to figure it out. So it's that kind of interaction.
Amazing.
But there is a little bit of gay panic because it wouldn't be one of my characters without it. But I
Of
will
course.
head up inside.
How much do you think Indy would be paying attention to, like, specific details about Troy or the area as he's walking up?
I mean, Indy's got a little bit of a crush. So, like, Troy himself, Indy is like, oh, okay. Like, you know, I've seen this person before. I know what they look like. The vicinity, probably nothing, because internally they're just like, oh, God, I don't know how to act around my crush. So.
Then yeah, no check required.
Did you take all of the bags at once? Are you a one trip kind of guy?
Absolutely.
You didn't leave any bags in the car?
Elsie, do you take second trips?
No, I do not. And I know this because
say.
okay, well I didn't know if your character didn't take second trips. Did you leave anything in the car, Kian?
No.
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah, you'd step past, see Troy just kind of linger for a moment, like reaching down to pick something up, and then following up behind you.
What'd you pick up, Troy?
Doesn't say anything, just walks past into the house.
I'll go in.
Welcome
Follow
to our
after.
hell.
Probably like thought I saw like a cool arrowhead or something, but it's probably just a triangle rock.
Which, of course, as you step in, you see people are split off, having these, private conversations, and you see Troy propped up in a chair, like favoring one leg, favoring his rib cage. Very soft, high school-esque music playing throughout the kitchen.
Did outside Troy walk past me? India's gonna stop at that and look at damaged Troy. You look like shit. That was a gnarly walk, I guess, from the car to the couch.
What? I've been sitting right here.
Nah, I just saw you grab the bags.
I look at Indy. It's okay, man. Don't worry. It's all good. Just play along. Just go with it.
No, I can't even walk. How would I grab the bags?
Do I see the bags anywhere in like the living room?
Like everyone else's stuff?
Yeah, like the bags that Troy would have been grabbing.
Yeah.
Those bags. You probably got into stuff early. It's cool, man. It's cool. I'm just gonna drop this off in the kitchen.
Why does everybody think that? Oh, man, I should have gone back to the hospital after that fourth concussion.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. Can I get you something to drink? Anybody? I got some punch here. It's not quite finished. I got to put a couple more things in it. But there's some beer. There's some wine. I think there's some gin there. Who drink? Oh, creme de menthe. Every house got creme de menthe. Can I get anyone anything? Tasha, you good?
Got a couple of other things in the bag too. And I will spin it around, and I'm gonna pull out the bottle of Glenlivet, because that's what my grandfather drinks, and I'm gonna hold that for myself. But I will go and put whatever everybody else's alcohol is their preferred beverage, or not. Capri Suns are also in there because I love Capri Sun. But I would go and put that in the kitchen.
Tasha, you got the drugs? What's going on? Our friend's hurting here.
Do I find some decent drugs?
Absolutely. Like a fully
Excellent.
stocked, like, hospital-grade medical kit.
Those good old pain clinics paying off. Yeah, they'll bring down some Percocets for Troy.
You do notice that, like, as you're kind of, more towards the bathroom, towards, like, the first couple spare bedrooms, noticing that all of the doors are just open a hair, just an inch or two, every single one.
Weird. Hi, Andy. Welcome. Nice to see you.
Hey, yeah, what's up? Indy would pause and be like, who would be the most believable for me to say that they invited me? And then would just be like, yeah, Kurt told me this was happening, so figured I'd come by, hang out a little bit.
It's been a weird night, but more the merrier, right?
Yeah, there was some weird shit going on the drive, and Troy's pretty busted, but
Yeah, we found him in the middle of the road. That looked like someone hit him. So, oh shit, sorry, Troy. They'll remember what they're doing and bring the Percocets over finally.
Just one of those, all right? For now.
Yeah, just one.
Don't want to take too many of those, and wait about maybe half hour before you go swimming.
I thought that was for eating.
Oh, maybe.
I don't feel like Troy's gonna be swimming anytime soon.
I might.
Music.
Depends what the scenario calls for. Maybe now he's got to drown after he's been hit by a car and abandoned for dead, and whatever else has happened to him.
The music stops. Indy, that same EMS report starts playing from Troy's phone.
This is a weird track, Troy. Is this some experimental stuff?
We all hear it?
Mm-hmm. For two of you, you'd recognize it. You know exactly what this is talking about.
We're a bunch of rich kids.
Mm-hmm.
Were all the details in, like...
No.
Okay.
There's details being played right now that were not in any police report, that no one knows, and yet they're being played.
Do I know all the details?
Do.
I would like to draw another card then.
Please do.
I feel like this is getting even worse for poor Indy.
Is Tasha one of the people that knows the details?
Oakley, are you also drawing a card?
Okay, that answers that question.
Yeah, that doesn't matter for me.
I just coincidentally picked an adjacent haunt, apparently.
Everyone kind of did. It was weird.
I'm gonna look over at Troy. Hey man, what the fuck?
I didn't download that one, man. That must have been, like, I didn't. Okay, so my buddy showed me this app, and you download the music, and sometimes the music isn't the actual music that's on the title. So like,
can we skip this one then?
I go for it. Go skip it. I can't really get up right now, but I don't really like it. It's a bad vibe.
I'm gonna go and try to go to the next song.
A police report starts playing of an innocent man being sent to jail. Details of a mock trial at best start broadcasting from the phone. Kurt, would you draw a card, please? Kurt.
And what happens if I drew something from my haunt?
Nothing. Just keep in mind how many you have.
Too many.
The name Van Eyck is repeated multiple times throughout this trial.
Is that the new car ad? It's kind of creepy. Oh, tell Dad
Tarish, you're
about it.
muted. If you.
It's a really bad one if it is.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. Maybe my dad's going through his experimental phase. Anyways, I'll walk over and I'll. Did you? Let's get something else going. Lighten up the mood a little bit. Try to switch off the music and.
Yeah, EMS wave is a weird genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, kind of like back in the '80s when you had all that German industrial stuff coming in. At first you were like, okay, but then after a while, they're kind of grinding noise. You couldn't really dance to it. Is there any way to shut this thing off? What get?
I'm gonna go in specifically, and I'm gonna look for. I don't know when the album came out, but "Famous Last Words" by MCR. I'm gonna put that on and see if selecting
The Black
a specific
Parade
song-
album?
Yeah, but I don't know when it came out.
That was like 2007, 2008,
Okay, cool.
my freshman year of high school.
Beautiful. That's what I put on.
It takes a moment, and it's a little staticky, kind of like it was playing through an old record player, but it's there.
It's a weird version, but
The front and back doors both slam shut, and there's a heavy thud of bolts.
That was
Uh,
was that the Tasha, does that do that with the wind? Something?
What kind of budget did you have for this thing, Tasha?
But I mean, I don't personally own the cabin. If that's what you're asking.
No, for this game of yours, it's starting to get on my nerves a little bit.
Game? I mean, I thought we'd play some drinking games later, but we haven't started those yet.
But we haven't even started drinking yet, and look, it's cool and all. Like, I don't know how you worked it out with Troy and with his brothers and all that, but like,
I didn't know Troy had
whoa,
brothers.
whoa. I don't have any brothers.
okay, can we just? All right, look. Okay, look. We're gonna play games. It's cool. It's all right. Maybe right now we just stop this one. Can we put a pause? Like, is there game master? Is there something going? Like, can we just pause this thing and just sort of take stock for a minute? Because I kind of feel like there maybe there are rules to this game that I don't know. And before we get to playing it too much, I'd like to know what the rules are.
I'm sorry. I'm deeply confused. I'm gonna go check the doors though. Tasha will lean over to whoever is nearest and just be like, what is he talking about? What?
Probably Troy would be the closest if they were just.
Oh,
giving him
I
medicine.
did just skip it. Yeah, just leans into Troy. What is happening right now?
I don't know, man. Like, Kurt's been like this since we were in the car. Really paranoid, really weird. Talking about weird bands that aren't even that good. Like, I think he got the party started a little early, before we even got here, and then drove us up here. And I mean, things are weird, but I'm really hurt right now. I'm like, this hurts. I don't think this is a game. I would have called timeout a long time ago. Like, red flag, man, red card.
Let me. Alright, I'm gonna go check the doors because those doors don't do that, by the way.
So
Well,
you know that above the fireplace on like this big mantle, your grandmother, who really set the wheels in motion for this family to be as wealthy as they are, had a lovely collection of like porcelain knickknacks, from like ducks to bears to just porcelain figurines. They haven't moved since this place was built. No one touches them because you just don't touch the porcelain knickknacks. And one is missing. A bear. There's a note in its place.
An O. Tasha will pick it up and mouth the words as they read it.
Let's play hide and seek. You have until 5 after to find me. Which means that from the current time, you'd have 5 minutes.
Did someone bring in another guest who's playing hide and seek with us?
I rode
No.
with you, Tasha. I didn't invite anybody else.
Create
Kurt,
another
you-
game.
You were here first, Kurt. Like, come on. Like, did you bring someone else?
No, just Troy. We just came in here. The door was open when we
I mean,
came in.
you didn't bring Troy though. Troy's
Yeah, I
in the
came
car
in
with
with
us.
Troy.
No, because Troy
came
came
in
in with us. There's not
No,
been
no,
another
Troy-
Troy here.
Troy came in with me. Troy, come on, man. Come on, Troy.
What?
Who?
What?
Fucking chill. Who?
I think.
Just
Wait, whoa! I
you're gonna
think
just
you
tell
said-
him you came in with me,
Okay.
right?
Okay,
Yeah, you
okay. But okay, so how long do we have? What?
5 minutes. Well,
What
less.
the-
However
That's
many
not a-
seconds have gone minus 5 minutes. I'm not a math queer. I don't do math.
Okay, so who are we looking for?
What? Look. We need. Everyone needs to calm down. All right. We need to calm down.
There's a little knick-knack missing. Maybe that's what it wants us to find. Like from here.
Okay, yeah, maybe do your parents kind of do this? Do they? Are
Or-
they kind of?
Like a
No.
cousin or somebody who would have snuck in?
Couldn't your
I'm-
parents just be swingers like everybody else's parents, for crying out loud?
Gross. Why would you say that?
I'm just saying
Shut
that. What's this thing that's going on? Like, all right, look, let's everybody calm down. Troy, who did you come in with? Troy, buddy.
You. Well, you said I came in with you, but they said I came in with them, and I'm getting kind of.
But who did you
Hazy.
come in with?
Okay, I don't think it fucking matters who Troy came in with right now. If we're supposed to be, maybe we're supposed to be finding another Troy, like a Troy look-alike or something.
Okay. Yeah. It's cool.
What are we looking for? All right, fine. What are we looking for?
Okay, well,
What's that, a
we'll look for
knick-knack?
something
What is
out
it?
of place.
Like a
It's a bear.
unicorn, a glass unicorn? A what?
A bear.
Is it like a circus bear? Like one of those little ones with the hat and the ball?
All right, look, I'm gonna go look upstairs. I go upstairs. I stop. Come back. Someone want to come with me?
Yeah. I'll help. Kurt. All of those doors were open a crack up there too.
Split the
Sorry.
party, you cowards.
Don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
Kurt and Tasha, you go upstairs. Is there a basement to this, or is this
There
just
is.
so?
don't go in the basement. That's where bad stuff happens.
Okay, well, Andy and I can search the main floor, and Troy, you can sit here and watch to see if anyone starts following us, right?
You guys are gonna leave me alone?
Yeah, maybe
you
we
can't
don't leave.
really-
Look, here. I'll,
Troy, one of us would have to carry you. You're fucked up, but I don't want to tell
Gary,
you.
me, just stay here.
I'm gonna pull out a baton, a collapsible baton, and hand it to you. Look, here, just you can swing if you need to. All right,
Oh, all right. I played baseball like one time.
there you go.
All right.
Just
Cool. If you see yourself, yell.
See my what? What?
Yeah,
Oh.
if you're seeing Troy
Okay,
look alike, yell and swing.
Come on, Tasha.
What?
Let's go, Andy.
There are 5 guest bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a second living area, the basement, and the attic. Where'd you
Tasha,
like to
why
go?
is your family so fucking rich?
This is so fucking stressful, y'all.
You're yelling at me for this nice place now?
I'm gonna go into the kitchen.
Kitchen?
I'm going wherever Andy's going. I'm going to be like right behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever room we get to first upstairs, I'll pop in that one, and then
Yeah,
Kurt can take it,
bedroom,
and we'll just cycle that way.
So yeah, how about an easy impatience roll for the kitchen, and then easy impatience roll for the first bedroom.
Are we both rolling?
Can you roll 3d6, right?
I got it.
Ties are bad too. Still,
Okay,
yeah.
so you have to beat it.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a willpower to roll 2 of these dice.
I did beat it.
I'm good.
I did beat it with a 2.
Ripping your way through the kitchen, just cabinet to cabinet. There's no stupid porcelain bear. You get to the first set of bedrooms, start just opening drawers, opening the dresser. There's no stupid porcelain bear.
What else is there on this level? Is the next level the attic, or is there anything else on this level?
I assume that you're all just going down the line of the bedrooms.
Yeah.
I mean, in the time you have left, not needing you to roll, you would get through all the bedrooms and find nothing.
Okay.
Attic is all that would be left for the two of you.
I'm not going up there.
Would we have time to?
It's nice. It's a finished attic, and Tasha, I'm assuming it's the draw.
Well, then
the
you
stairs.
go first. You go first.
Yeah,
Two
the
of you head to
drawstring
attic?
stairs attic, because it always fucking is.
Two of you head to the
Alright.
attic.
Tasha will
and
go up.
Yeah.
Two head to the basement.
I'm so stressed.
Kian said, do we have time to check this out? Who's holding his phone for the fucking time?
I was trying to ask the question just like right before it ended.
I don't know. Do you have time?
You can feel like the air just starting to get charged as you're looking for this stupid bear for who knows what reason. Realizing that it's not in the kitchen, it's not in this downstairs bathroom. All that's left is a basement. Leaving Troy alone, the two of you walk down. Similarly, upstairs, the two of you get through the bedrooms, you get through the bathrooms, finding nothing, realizing all you have left is the attic. The two of you climb the attic. Troy, you would hear 2 sets of doors slam shut. And that's where we're gonna go to break. We'll be back in a
Supper
few
and
minutes.
succotash.
Give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your legs, take deep breaths, and we'll come back with the second half of this little mystery. We'll see you soon, everyone.
Ciao.
And welcome back. Where we left off, we found that a porcelain bear had gone missing. And you were given a 5-minute time limit. We searched the kitchen, it wasn't there. We searched the bathrooms, it wasn't there. We searched the bedrooms. Half of our crew went upstairs, the other half downstairs. 2 landing in the attic, 2 landing in the basement, and Troy stuck in the middle with you.
I love that song.
Troy heard the door to both, the door to the attic and the door to the basement, slam shut. Let's go with my absolute favorite horror music ever.
Puts on some Celine Dion.
It's called You're Not
Yes.
Hiding Very Well. The 2 in the attic, as you do have more haunt cards between you, hear that door shut. There's a lot of furniture up here. It's dark. So, if you have a light source on you, you need to bring it out to see anything at all.
I have my Zippo lighter.
Lighter.
Tasha has their phone on them.
Has Tasha rolled for your battery yet?
I have certainly not.
How much battery you got?
Oh no. 8%.
Hey! 8% twins! Now that we are officially in the haunt, however, I do need you to roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
17.
17. You pull out the phone, see it's at 8%, click on the battery, and it dies.
Fuck.
What's wrong?
My phone died.
Uh,
I have no flashlight.
Typical. So I got this. Can I ask you a question, Tasha?
Yeah.
Your family didn't happen to buy this place at a reduced price because there'd been like a mass murder here or something before, right? Like,
I feel like the answer to that is no, but I also don't think they tell me if they did. You know,
all
it's
right.
not like that one movie where they move into the house like, oh yeah, by the way, every room someone was murdered in. I don't think it's that vibe.
It's just half the rooms. It's only the attic. Oh, great, we're saved. All right. Well, I don't know. Start moving and checking around, holding the Zippo lighter up.
It's
Yeah, Tasha will be very deliberately behind Kurt because they can't see shit.
there's a lot of old furniture up here. There's boxes that have just been stored away. Tasha, you remember from your childhood that one rocking chair that your grandmother loved was in it every day, would sit there and knit or read or watch the programs on the television box. That sound of that chair rocking across the wooden floor is something that one just doesn't forget. And you hear it, rocking very slowly back and forth.
Gam Gam?
The hell? What's a gam?
Grandma?
Do I hear the rocking chair?
Absolutely.
Okay, look. This is the point in every horror movie where the people keep going forward and then terrible things happen, right? The things they never do is get the fuck out of the house. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. We're going to turn the fuck around. We're going to get everybody. We're going to put them in a car. We're going to drive the fuck away from here, all right?
Okay.
You down with that?
Yeah.
You down with that? All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Turn back towards that closed door, like that, like swinging up. It
Yeah.
latches into the ceiling.
Why'd you close the door?
I didn't. It closed behind us.
There's a note on it.
I swear, if this is a fucking game.
I know that I'm going to school for recreational sciences, but secret murder house is not part of the curriculum. Okay?
Check the note.
First one to leave the attic has a bad time. And it unlocks.
All right, go. I opened it. Go, quick. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Okay. And down they'll go.
You hit that first step. I need you to make a hard clumsiness roll.
Oh, goody. I'm so good. Let's hope for that 666. No. Not even close. 1.
It's about a 15-ish foot drop. You hit that first step, it just snaps. And you are just plummeting.
I will try to grab them. Like, it'll be an instinct to
Yeah, I'll give
try
you
and grab them.
a hard clumsiness as well.
All right, can I spend my hero point?
Yeah, I mean, you can spend it after you roll in
Okay,
case
cool.
you need to read.
Okay. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
You said frailty, you said?
Clumsiness.
Cleanliness? Oh, I actually got a 6.
What's your lowest die?
Oh, that's right. Ah, damn it. Yeah, it's a 1. So that's how I was like, yeah, I got a 6 one. No, yeah, so it's a 1. So I will.
Reroll it?
What's the best bet here? Willpower or hero point? What's the deal?
Hero point doesn't cost you anything. You can re-roll them all, but you certainly could just spend willpower if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna. Well, on the lowest die. Yeah, I'm gonna try. How much willpower to reroll?
1. You can
Okay.
reroll up to 3 dice.
Okay. Ah, so close. I tied my attribute.
Reach down, just fingertips just barely brushing against each other as Tasha just plummets.
Ah! Are you okay?
Very obviously, no.
Did you to mark off 6 from your death's door tracker?
Oof.
As you can feel that just like landing straight on that right arm, trying to brace and catch yourself, and something just popped. It hurts. It doesn't want to move.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna try to come down. Sorry.
Don't step on the first step.
Yeah, no. How far is it from the opening to the
15
ground?
feet.
All right. So I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna avoid the step, but sort of about. If I make it to about halfway down, I'm gonna like kind of skip over the last few steps and try to just sort of slide down, maybe like on
Would
the
you
side
make
of the.
a moderate frailty check?
Passed with a 4.
It's just some force that is trying to grab on and hold, even as you're just pushing your way down the stairs, just almost like you're fighting through just like a barrier of like cellophane.
Trying to keep me upstairs?
Yeah.
All right. I'll push through and then land next to Tasha and go, your fucking cabin's fucked up, all right? I don't know who did what here, but there's some bad juju here. Come on, let me help you. Can you stand?
With this side, this one's out of socket, I think.
All right. Come on. Let me help you. You still
Take
have
me
those
to the
Percocets?
Percocet. Just take me to the Percocet. That's all I need.
You don't have them on you? Who leaves the Percocets behind?
I
Come on.
left them with Troy. I figured they were safe there.
Hey, he's probably knee deep in them now.
Speaking of, Troy, your
Yeah, what's up?
phone flips back on. It's mostly static, but you hear voices of Tasha and Kurt talking about the attic. You hear someone hit the ground hard. And then a voice over top of theirs, in almost a whisper, just in its very sing-song tone. Shouldn't have left the attic. Poor Tasha.
Gotcha. I am going to try and get up because hearing a thunk is never good, and I feel like I have some kind of like, I don't know, like reptile brain memory of falling down some stairs earlier. Couldn't be me. I mean, of course. And I will like kind of like wince and the leg almost gives out again, but I'm able to like kind of like stand there for maybe like 2 seconds or so and like put my weight on my other foot, try to get on the other foot that's hurt, and eventually take a few steps and start walking towards the thunk that I heard. I guess the first flight of stairs before the attic, or like to get to the upper level to get to the attic. I forgot the layout, I'm not gonna lie.
It's fine. It's almost like the layout doesn't matter, and you'll end up where you're going regardless.
Oh, I love that for me. Thanks, Hoop.
Mm-hmm. You would catch, because this would bring you into the living area. You
Right.
pass by that mantle on your way to the stairwell, where all those figurines were set up.
Mm-hmm.
They're all gone.
Oh man, wasn't that thing mad because we took one of them? This. Now they're all gone. Am I hallucinating? Maybe not. Maybe not yet. I'm gonna take another Percocet. because that'll help with the hallucinations for sure. For sure.
There's a thud. Very audible thud from out the front door. And you can see movement out the window.
Do I hear anything like besides the thud?
After a few moments, you'd hear hissing. It only lasts for a few seconds.
Kissing or
Like-
hissing?
Hissing.
Like
Oh,
animal
less
hissing or like
exciting.
steam hissing?
Like a rush of air. You hear another thud, and then it happens again.
No. I'm gonna keep going towards my friends to help them.
It continues multiple times as you start your way towards the stairs and headed up. In the basement, that door slammed behind you as the two of you got close to the bottom of the stairs. And there is a figure down here, lying just crumpled at the bottom of the stairs. You're muted.
You know, maybe we should you know what, that looks good. Maybe we should just go back.
How, this is Kian asking, how fucked up does this body look? Like, are
Mm.
they just, like, laying in a normal position, or is it clear that, like...
One of the legs looks at a very off angle.
Indy is watching the body. Does not respond to Oakley.
Yeah, drafty cabin. These doors shutting all the time behind us.
What? Oh. Yeah. I guess. Sorry, chat. Sorry, that one got me. Yeah, I guess. And it's kind of this, like, again, they're not thinking through something. They're not, like, calculating. They don't look cautious. Almost like a 1,000-yard stare, but they're clearly not, like, they're just they're thinking of something else while they're looking at this body. Should we, I mean, I guess we should see. Maybe this is the person we were supposed to find?
I swear, if it's Troy again, I'm not gonna be...
Okay, right?
I'm gonna...
Right? Troy was outside and
Real...
looked totally fine. And then I walked in and it looks busted.
No, see, okay, well, so I got a ride with Tasha here, and we were driving along and found a body in the middle of the road, and it was Troy. Like he'd been hit by a car or whatever. And so we drove him here, and when we got here, Kurt was saying, no, Troy was with me in the car the whole time.
Hearing this story, I'm gonna try to go back upstairs to find Troy.
Yeah. You get up to the top to see that there's a note on the door.
Oh no. What does it say?
First one to leave the basement has a very bad time.
Once again, Indy pauses, looks at the note, thinks really hard, takes the note down, crumples it up, and puts it in their pocket.
What'd that say?
Wasn't anything, and I'm gonna try the handle, but I'm not actually turning it.
It opened.
I'm
or
just
it's
I'm just shaking it.
just-
I'm not gonna
just
open the
shaking
door.
it.
Yeah. Door's locked, I guess.
Oh, do you think Troy locked us down here? Do you think Troy's behind all of this?
I mean, Troy couldn't even get up from the couch.
That's
I'm
maybe
gonna-
what he wanted us to think.
Maybe. Guess we should look around here a little bit, and I will pull out my phone for the flashlight.
Yeah, because my phone is pretty much dead.
Yeah. Every
I'm
time
lost.
you go to use your phone, I will have you roll a d20 and subtract that from your battery.
Should I just roll a D8 instead?
Because it's at 8%, right?
Yeah.
It is very likely that your phone is just about to die.
Yeah. Yeah, Oakley's not even going to try to use her phone because at this point she's like, no, as soon as I
No
turn
one's
on,
gonna
it's
try,
dying. So, yeah.
I got 0 on the percentile and 0 on the 10 on the D10. So is that 10%?
That's 100.
Oh, okay. Let me get a D20 because I will pull out my flashlight. Not that D20 because it fucking sucks. That is 16 off, so I'm at 84.
84?
But yeah, I'll pull out my flashlight and I will. I'm gonna aim it at the body first. Is it dressed like Troy?
The red cap, the sportsman's jacket. Maybe it's
Troy-
hard to see the face to tell if it is Troy, but it's certainly an identical outfit.
Troy got hit by a car and thrown down the stairs?
Man, he's just having a good time today, huh?
Really not. I'm gonna flash it around the basement. Do I see anything?
There's like a washer and dryer. The hum of the generator can be heard down here. There's a utility room. There's
Hate
this
that.
very audible sound of dripping water.
Hate that too. Is there a light switch anywhere that I can see? Can I reach it from where I am?
Mhm.
And is this a finished basement?
It is.
I will turn on the light switch.
While the light does turn on, it doesn't illuminate anything. It's just like turning on a black light, where you can now see writing from floor to ceiling, across the floor, across the ceiling, across the appliances, every square inch of this basement.
What's it say?
All work and no play makes Indy a dull boy.
MD, you've been busy.
I have never been down here in my life.
Somebody knew that you were going to come down here. Maybe.
Maybe we try the door again. Try to head back.
Yeah,
You-
maybe it's a good
In
idea.
any fashion, offering any assistance to this person wearing Troy's clothing.
I am not, but I'm letting Oakley go first up the door, and I'm staying kind of close to the body. But I sure shit am not touching them.
Yeah, Oakley's very... Oh, shoot, hold on. I probably should look at my character sheet and see what I went with. Well, I am very... My virtue is compassion. But I'm also a coward, so... I think she's going to go... Yeah, she's going to go up the stairs because she is wanting to see if Troy is still upstairs because maybe he did come downstairs when we were in the kitchen putzing around, but I just want to make sure that he's not just still sitting where we left him.
Is this stairwell like open on either side, or are there walls?
The wall to the left-hand side, just a very thin railing on the right-hand side.
I'm gonna press my back against that wall, and I'm just kind of head on a swivel between the two, but I'm not moving. And Indy looks questionably curious about what's about to happen.
Thanks, Cindy.
Oakley gets to the door.
She's gonna try it, thinking that maybe it's still locked.
That's not locked at all.
Oh, hey, it's not locked anymore. She's gonna open the door and go through.
You make a hard clumsiness roll, please.
Sure. If I remember how to do that, roll 3d6. And we use the lowest die result.
Yep.
And it needs to be
Over.
over what my clumsiness is. It is a tie. They're both 2.
That is fail.
Okay.
You can spend willpower to re-roll, however.
Sure. I got willpower to spend a little bit, so reroll all of them.
You can roll as many of the dice as you want.
Sure, I'll just reroll them. Yeah. Okay, great. I rolled a 1 that time, so fun.
The door swings outwards and opens, kind of like you expected it to be locked, so you put maybe a little more force than you'd intended, and it just swings away from you. Turn to yell back down that, oh, hey, it's unlocked, and it just comes slamming back into your face.
My beautiful nose.
Indy, you start to hear that, oh, hey, it was... And then there is the just crack of wood against bone, and Oakley just comes tumbling back down, face just pouring blood.
What happens when you act in accordance with your haunt?
You draw a card and gain willpower.
This was already planned. I wasn't asking that for the benefit of the willpower. Indy stays against the wall and watches Oakley go tumbling past. And that is acting in accordance with my haunt.
Yeah.
Which is apathy.
So,
Yeah, to be honest, that would have been. It's so weird because it's conflicting sometimes what
mhm.
you would do with your Han, but then what you would do with the other things.
So, 3, Oakley, please take 3 from the door just slamming into your nose.
Yep.
And then 6 more for hitting the stairs, getting halfway down, your friend stepping to the side, and you just crashing down onto this Troy.
Oh.
And again,
Oh.
Indy watches for a second as Oakley is probably trying to get her bearing. And
Yeah,
then
she's very dazed right now.
has that delayed reaction. Oh shit! Are you okay? What just happened?
I don't know. I think somebody fucking shut the door in my face. I don't know, and then yeah.
I'm gonna look back at the door.
It's open.
Shit. Maybe it was Troy. Is that Troy down there next to you?
I have a question for Troy. As Troy comes up the stairs towards Tasha and Kurt, and Troy is lying there at the bottom of the stairs in the basement next to Oakley.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is the real Troy?
Oh well. Ooh, but that's a loaded question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna roll a dice. All right, D6 it is. Odds is stairs Troy, and evens is basement Troy. Odds, it was a 3. So the real Troy is going up the stairs.
Damn it.
Tasha and Kurt, the two of you, see Troy just kind of limping up the stairs towards you. And then hear this horrific screech. Which, Indy and Oakley, for you is almost deafening. That Troy that you landed on is screaming inhumanly high. And what should be a mouth neck region just opens up into one big mouth and goes to take a bite out of Oakley.
I scream and try to back up, but
So I'm gonna roll contested frailty against you. I need to know how many dice higher than a 4 you rolled out of 3.
okay. I rolled 2 above a 4.
I have... No, I'm sorry. That was... What is your normal frailty?
My normal frailty is a 4.
So it was 4 either way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, I rolled a 1 and then 2 6s.
It is going to tie you with 2, which means that the teeth will bite down, but only mostly getting close, mostly just more pinching than full on just snapping down around your leg. We're just 3 from your death's door.
Okay.
What would the 2 of you like to do?
Scream.
Very valid response. Oakley, I don't know if you have any particular response before Indy does.
No, she's still trying to gather her wits, and then this thing doing that is got her pretty off. So go for it.
Seeing actual danger now, Indy jumps into action. And would sprint down, and you said it latched onto Oakley's leg.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab Oakley and try to pull her back and toward the stairs.
Yeah. I'll give you a contested frailty, though keep in mind that if I win, you won't be taking the damage.
Oh shit! Who?
This is like someone getting caught in barbed wire and you pulling them out of it.
Shit.
I mean, if you do that, Oakley's not going to tell you to stop unless,
If I wanted to make a devil's deal, do I have to do that before I roll, or can I do it after? I am now acting in my virtue, and so, which is kindness, and so I feel like Indy would want to make sure that Oakley does not get further injured, so I feel like
fair.
I need to make a devil's deal for it.
Okay. I have 5 cards in my hand.
I'm gonna go with a 4. Fuck. Wait, I can't see. It's blurry.
Yeah.
1, 1, 2, 7. What's the last one? 10. God damn it.
Critical fail.
Starts pulling, just trying to be careful, trying to, use the right angles to get this thing off of her, and it just clamps down hard. Oakley, that is 9 from your death's door tracker, and that leg is torn to shreds.
Oh, my gymnastic leg.
Can I try to kick it in the face?
You are freed. In the process of freeing has ripped it to ribbons.
It's okay, Oakley. You have another one.
I can't, that's why they come in pairs, right?
Yep.
This thing starts to get up, but not onto its legs. One arm reaches down to brace itself, and one leg braces itself. The other leg just kind of lifts into the air and forms into a mouth of its own.
The leg does?
Hot.
No. Try again, Elsie. What the fuck, who?
But the 2 of you are free. You can absolutely start just yanking Oakley up the stairs.
Yeah. She's pretty much in shock right now.
I'm gonna try and get Oakley upstairs as fast as I can.
The 2 of you upstairs, seeing Troy coming towards you, hear that scream, and then you hear Oakley scream. What do all of you like to do?
Well, that sounds worse than the thunk, so I'm gonna start going back down the stairs.
Wait, Trey, please tell me you brought the Percocet with you.
Oh, yeah. I got that. I'll throw it to you.
Thank you.
Wait, I forgot what I get for acting with my virtue. That's
With your virtue, you can
That's
discard
just-
a card.
any card?
A neutral card.
Any neutral card. Okay. Well, now I've done that twice, so that's 2 neutral cards. But after I throw it to Tasha, I want to start heading back down the stairs, halfway up the stairs, limping back down towards the scream, because that sounds a lot more pertinent to what's going on, even though if I keep going up and down the stairs, I'm not going to help anyone in the end, but that's all right.
Yeah, and sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just about to ask Kurt, what you doing?
I think also sort of feeling bad because of what he did to Tasha a little earlier. He's gonna sorry. Kurt is going to try and act a bit more in line with his virtue, and he's going to, seeing Troy about to head down, we'll sort of get up. Go, come on, man, you're hurt. Let me go. Let me go. Wait up, and I'll
No,
try to.
I'm fine.
Troy, come on. Just let me go. Let me just go down first, all right? Stay up here. Hold on. Let me just go. I'll try to cut in front of him and...
Okay. Yeah, I'll let him go.
Roy's not fast right now.
I'm not fast right now. I'm doing my best.
Just keep an eye on... Tasha took a bad tumble. They're hurt. Just keep an eye on them. And I'll open the door to the basement going, Kurt, you fucking idiot.
I think simultaneously we would see a few things happen. One,
Okay.
Kurt's just rounding the corner, getting ready to throw that door open, and seeing Indy and Oakley just come, like, almost face to face, just sprinting towards each other. Covered in blood, leaving an ocean of blood behind as they are running.
Holy fuck, I closed the door. and then go, and then reopened the door.
Simultaneously, Troy, as you see Kurt just kind of runs past you, you turn to look back up towards Tasha and see from the attic just one long, very wrinkled hand just stretching down towards Tasha.
Oh, I hate that.
No one likes attic grandma. No one likes that.
Yeah, no. Where is it? Describe this grandma hand again.
So, it's like the attic doors where you can, like, pull it down and a ladder comes
Yeah, I
down.
had one. Yeah.
That ladder is broken. But from
I see.
above that, one just long, like, just
Like a claw
skin
game.
and bone hand is just stretching its way down.
Like a Eldritch Claw game.
Yeah. But with,
Oh,
an elderly arm.
How far am I from Tasha?
I leave that up to you.
Alright, that's another D6 issue on feet. That's 1 foot. I'm like right
You're
there.
right
Grandma
there.
hand. I'm gonna whack this grandma hand with the baton that the bamboo stick that Indy gave me when I was sitting in the chair. I would like to whack the arm.
Yeah, make it easy frailty check, please.
No, grandma, not today.
Say
Okay.
no to Gam.
Easy frailty, which means the highest wins, correct? I'm good then.
Just absolutely start laying into this hand, and like every hit, it sounds like bones are breaking, and the arm just kind of juts at an odd angle but continues to reach.
Grandma hand, no. I'm gonna keep hitting it.
Tasha, from your perspective, Troy just ran up, weapon out, and has started
Yep.
swinging in your general direction.
Oh wow,
I think-
wow, Hope.
I think their natural instinct is to just duck and cover, like, oh god, what now?
A oddly warm hand just has like reached down, grabbed onto the back of your like outfit, and amidst the sound of bones breaking is starting to pull you up.
Oh, not today, Satan.
No, grandma. Not today, grandma.
And he wants a snack.
No.
She'd like to. I think they'd like to strategically rip their clothes to break free from Grandma Hand.
Yeah. Just like shedding layer after layer. There's like the outer jacket and then the under jacket and then like the sports coat and like the long sleeve shirt over the tank top. Eventually, enough that you're able to just slip out, hit the ground, staring now up at this arm that has got a handful of your clothes and is just pulling it back up into the attic.
Trey, let's get away from the let's get away from my. Yeah, let's go down now, right now.
Yeah,
Another hand
I
has started to reach down very slowly.
are we going? We're going, right?
Oh
Turn,
yeah,
just sprint back
Tasha's
down
legs
the
are just
stairs.
fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Oops.
Bye, Tasha.
Tasha just turns and sprints.
Please, Cameron. Please.
My virtue is kindness, so I think I'm going to act within my virtue and be like, oh fuck, sorry, and like one good arm, try to help Trey.
Appreciate it. Thanks for not leaving me behind, buddy.
I'm gonna make an attack roll.
No, you're not. Hope I said no, you're not.
Troy, as you're kind of
Oh,
helped
good, it's you.
along, that hand starts to reach for you. One clawed finger just rakes down your back, but you are hefted away before this thing can grab you. I rolled a 1, 1, and a 2.
That's what I thought.
After a few moments, the two of you racing down would come face to face with Indy and Oakley. Again, just look like they came straight from a gore movie. Oakley's leg is minced.
Yeah, it's not a leg is a generous term for it now.
How much of that blood is yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This place is no bueno.
I think
Oh,
you're
I'm
muted,
muted.
Tasha.
Don't. All right, Kurt. Don't go upstairs. Downstairs bathroom. Towels for that mess. For the leg.
Let's just get out of here. I'm gonna start pulling my tie off. Let's just get out of here, and I'm gonna pull my tie off and try to do a quick route around the leg. We're not going to the bathroom. We're not going to the fucking basement. We're not going to the fucking playroom. We're not going to the drawing room. We're not going anywhere. We're getting the hell out of here. All right. I'll just try to tie my tie there around that the leg.
Yeah. I don't think I want to go to the basement anymore.
Oh God, it's like looking at the meat counter at Fuddruckers.
What?
Don't look down. Don't here. Have some Percocets. Take 2, take 3. Come on, let's go.
You were here.
Tasha, you would certainly notice that on top of the mantelpiece where all the rest of those porcelain figurines were, they're all gone.
Oh no, that's why Grandma's mad. All of her things are gone.
And you'd also all see like the mention of leaving, even just looking over towards the front door and that big bay window next to it. Even though it's dark, you can see a figure moving out there.
Oh, fuck, not even outside is safe.
Hey, Kurt, you said you hit something on the way here. Could you hit something else on the way out?
Kurt's kind of like, at this point, he's just sort of... His default position is to sort of just kind of stand there and it's totally in accordance with his haunt here, just sort of stand there and watch things happen, like, and just kind of marvel at them in some weird, strange way. And I think he's kind of entered that zone now where he's just kind of backing up and he'll hit the kitchen table and he's just kind of taking everything in and he's just like, it's fucked up. All right, let's. All right, focus, buddy. Okay, let's go, and come over and try to help up Oakley, and let's get out of here. Come on.
Okay. Oh, are we leaving so soon?
Oh yeah, not soon enough. Come on.
Oh,
Troy, buddy, you all right?
great party, Tasha.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm good. I got Tasha. You got Oakley?
Yeah. Where's
Okay. Where's Cindy?
Indy? Is Indy here?
Who's the other Troy?
I think Indy went to the bathroom to get towels. Was that? Someone shouted towels.
Tasha did shout towels, but I don't know if anyone listened to them.
Indy has not moved. Indy is probably still like once Kurt came down and started to help Oakley, Indy kind of backed off, just kind of watching everybody. Takes that again delayed reaction. Troy, do you have that that stick I gave you earlier?
Yeah.
I'll take it back. You don't look like you can swing very well right now.
I beat Grandma Hand.
Yeah, Troy saved me from my grandma, kind of.
There's a Grandma Hand. I just want a disclaimer, like 3 of us are high on Percocet right now. So Grandma Hand.
Grandma, I promise it wasn't us that stole your knickknacks. Please don't hurt us.
Is your grandma here? Was she coming to party too?
Not
Grandma
unless
is
someone
definitely
exhumed her.
partying.
It really sucks being the only non-high person in the party, but come on.
Hey, I haven't had anything tonight.
All right, well, help Troy and Tasha. Come on, activate, chop.
Yeah, sure. I'll go and Troy and Tasha. Who is more injured out of Troy and Tasha?
I think Troy. I'm at
Okay.
6.
You're at 6?
Yeah.
Karish took
Like I
that.
only have 6
Okay.
marked. I'm not at 6 left. I just want to clarify.
I'm at
I-
21.
Oh,
I really fucked up.
that's
Sorry.
Can I get an F in the chat? Can I get an F in the chat? For Karish.
Those of you that are getting up and stepping closer to the window would get a better detailed view of the figure that's out there. You'd see that red cap, that Letterman's jacket. You'd also see all of your cars with very flat tires.
Is it me, Jesus?
That that
Me,
sound that Troy had heard was someone just slashing the tires.
Yes.
And he's
yes,
holding
it's you, Troy.
a lighter, just kind of flicks it, closes it, flicks it back on. Hurts, you recognize the lighter.
Feel in my pocket. Do I have my lighter? Turn around and look at Troy. What in the fucking blue hell are you doing?
Standing here?
It's you.
No, I'm me.
It's you. Yeah. From the beginning, it was you. You're the one who's doing all of this.
Is that Basement Troy? Hi, Basement Troy!
Basement Troy.
I don't know how many Troys there are, but look, you gotta stop it. I just come over and like grab him and like start like you just make it stop.
Ow, ow,
Yeah, just
please
make it
don't-
stop.
Ow.
Just make
I'm
it
gonna-
stop.
Kurt,
I'm gonna try to get in between.
There's a whoosh of a fire just absolutely ripping across the top of Kurt's car. The entire
Oh man,
thing
that's
going up
Elise.
in flames.
All right, it's gone on far enough. Look, did we bully you when you were a kid and we don't remember? Is that the deal? We bullied you, right? That was it. And now you're taking revenge on us. You got like some sort of superpowers and you're fucking with us, right? So how about you shit can it right now? Look, I'm sorry. Whatever I did to you, whatever we did to you, we're sorry. We're very sorry. Look at our faces, how sorry we are. All right? Just stop it. Just stop it. All right?
Are you good?
I'm pretty fucking far from good.
You should have some Percocets.
It's not for lack of want. What is going on?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, but
Everyone
it's
keeps
you.
saying, I am here in
You're
this
outside right now. I just saw you.
And
No,
we're
I'm
shut the
inside.
basement.
We are all inside, Kurt. We are all inside.
And
I am
you're-
right here.
Your leg turned into a mouth.
No more Percocet for you.
I'm gonna
Okay.
kind of push Kurt back to where we're all kind of separated from inside Troy.
Inside.
I
I'm
get-
going to go sit down because Kurt ran off and left me, so I'm just gonna collapse in like a chair.
All of you
I get it.
hear Troy's phone click on. And it seems to be like some news article that's just being read by just a neutral voice, no emotion attached to it. Local authorities are investigating a gruesome crime scene after discovering 5 lifeless bodies in a secluded cabin nestled deep within the woods. The heinous incident has sent shockwaves through a once tranquil area, leaving nearby residents in a state of fear and disbelief. The victims: Indy Reyes, Oakley Hansen, Tasha Murphy, Kurt Van Eyck, and there's just a long pause. Law enforcement have cordoned off the area and are now working tirelessly to uncover the motive behind this horrifying act. And the phone turns off.
Hey, that sounds a lot like us.
Troy, what the fuck?
Is this all you, Troy? How did you get into my parents' cabin?
Don't even know your parents, man. I
Yeah,
barely
but
know
you're
you
the only
guys.
one. You're the only one who doesn't fit in here. You're the odd duck out.
Tasha's gonna go to where Troy's phone is and start going through it.
They're like even picking it up. You would just see like when you grab someone's phone and like their gallery pops up and you accidentally see just a whole bunch of photos you didn't really want or need to see, but it's of briberies, of a car accident, of police reports. Just picture after picture, from graphic scenes of this accident to candid shots that look like maybe some private investigatory work. All just one after the other after the other.
I was thinking, especially I'm drawing a haunt card.
I would, but I think I'm too high. So
Well,
I'm not registering.
Tasha's not showing it to anyone else.
Okay, wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait. Look, it's just like Sartre, right? Jean-Paul Sartre,
What?
right? Reclos,
Those
right?
aren't real
What?
words.
Woo?
Jean-Paul
Oui,
Sartre's play
oui.
Reclos, right? Where
Je
hell is
suis.
everybody else. These 5 people find themselves in this apartment. They don't know each other. They don't know how they got there, and then they just like they just realize that they're the worst person. Everybody else is the worst person in the world for them, and then they're stuck there. But the whole idea is that they're in hell. They're in hell, and it's other people that make life hell. It is other people, the way they look at you and the way they see you, that make you what you are. So that's purgatory, and this is where we are. This is what's happening right now.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
What?
No.
It doesn't make sense.
Troy's got blackmail on a fuck ton of people on his phone.
What? That's not mine.
This is your phone.
Okay, yes, that is my phone. You are correct.
Your gallery is full of some fucked up shit.
First of all, I want us all to remember that we all took drugs, including myself. So I don't know how that
Percocets
got
don't
there.
make you hallucinate a gallery on a phone.
Second, well, you also saw a grandma hand
You
come down
saw
and
it
try and grab
too.
you. Yeah, so is that not a hallucination? Or are we
Kurt,
saying
you're
grandma
sober.
hand in the attic is real?
I grab the phone.
Uh,
I'm gonna go look
I
at
don't
it.
lie to people. That's not cool. You got to tell the truth all the time, or else you get in more trouble. So I am telling the truth right now. I always tell the truth. I am not lying at all right now. Saw grandma hand, took drugs. Cool. I did that. But do you really think I'm smart enough to do whatever it is you're saying? Because I have not understood a single thing going on tonight that you all keep talking about. Like basement Troy, outside Troy, Troy on the ground, Troy fell down the stairs, Troy outside came inside, I was in the chair. And you're right. I am the odd one out. I don't know any of you guys like you know each other, which is kind of making me wonder if this is the reason I didn't hang out with you guys earlier. Because this is weird. This is not a good time.
Well,
This
who
is
even
not a good
invited
party.
you? Who even invited you to this thing? We were all invited, right? Tasha, you invited all of us.
Tasha's grandma invited me. Tasha's grandma invited me because her grandma and my grandma played bingo together on the cruise ship when they went to the Caribbean last year. And then my grandma died and left my family a bunch of money in her will. So, like, maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. I don't talk to, like, well, I can't talk to my grandma anymore because she's dead. But I didn't talk to my grandma like that, but I knew she went on a cruise Caribbean with Tasha's grandma. So, and again, do not know what's going on.
Tasha's gonna make eye contact with Kurt and try to mouth the words, "My grandma's dead."
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say because I remember from upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Troy,
both
buddy.
grandmas are dead then. Okay, everybody, I don't know what to tell you. They don't play bingo anymore.
Look at the phone, Kurt. Just
Yeah, I'll take a look.
you're
I see.
I'm gonna also go over and look at the phone.
also I'm acting in accordance with my aunt, which is Discord.
Oh wait, I acted in accordance with my virtue. Yay!
Can we draw a card hoop?
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
Top of
Yeah, I
the hour.
think
It
I
is
should
the top
also.
of the hour.
I think I should also. Yeah.
I did my top of the hour looking at the
I
phone
think-
and now acting with
I
my
think it's
my
safe
aunt.
to say that everyone is up to tense.
I
Yes.
think that's fair.
What is it? 2 willpower or 3 from a virtue card?
2.
Yeah, just picked a virtue, but I think I'm gonna draw 2 because one for the top of the hour, but I think also being confronted with the thing I should have drawn, picked another one earlier. So, what do I see when I look at the phone?
You see your father. You see.
I see all the stuff you said earlier.
Yeah. And they look like candid photos, again, like a private journalist.
I'll show it to Indy. Troy,
Do I
man.
see the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, throughout the entire gallery, you would also see pictures of the car crash. You'd see
Okay.
pictures of the police report.
But there's nothing about Troy, right? There's no like
Of course not.
Troy in the picture. Troy, buddy. You gotta level with us here.
What do I see when I look at the phone hoop?
Same pictures.
That's
I
not
love
my
that
shit.
I love that we're all like, what fucking illusion are we looking at?
Can I look at? I want to look at my text messages. Are they my text messages?
Including the ones talking about, making sure that everyone gets up to the cabin, making sure that everything is set up.
Set up for what, Hoop?
It's pretty vague.
All right. It's not my phone.
You just said it was your phone.
It's not my phone.
Prove it.
Prove it's my phone.
Where's your phone then?
I don't know. Maybe it got thrown in the bushes when somebody hit me with their car.
Who's got Troy's phone number? Call it.
My phone's dead.
Mine has like this much battery left.
As the screen of Oakley's phone is like cracked and it's like soaked in blood. She's just like, yeah, see, my phone is dead.
It's just a little bit of battery left. I probably wouldn't call or anything.
All
I
right.
feel like I would have Troy's number.
Yeah.
Troy, does that feel accurate?
That feels accurate.
I'm gonna call.
Rings for a moment. The phone in your hand does not ring. But someone does answer. A elderly woman's voice. In a hidden nook, tucked away, lies a treasure, so they say. Through dust and cobwebs you explore, in search of porcelain figures, more and more. With careful hands I lift the veil, revealing a frozen world, delicate and frail. Each figure tells its story, whispers its tale, of forgotten dreams and memories prevail. Their fragile beauty a sight to behold, a collection of stories, never to be sold. In this dusty attic I found my delight, a treasure trove of porcelain, shining bright. So, cherish these figures, one by one, a cherished collection, treasure one. For their porcelain forms, each one there, a life for a life, it's only fair.
The hell does that even mean?
Is the other Troy still outside?
No.
See? Not my phone. How many
Who?
porcelain dolls were taken, Hoop?
Did you take the time to count?
Well, Tasha would.
I don't know if I can count that high.
I mean, if you were to ask, Tasha would know that there were 8 of them.
So we find, or are we supposed to find them and smash them? Is that what we're doing?
We have to go to the attic again.
I don't think that we should smash him at the very least.
I don't think we should smash him. Gonna make Grandma mad again.
No, it says something about a life for life, though. Like,
How many are missing?
8.
8.
do you think about it? If Grandmama loves these porcelain dolls so much, she might view them as living. And to save ourselves, we might have to kill the porcelain dolls before they kill us. That's all I'm saying.
God, you're so high.
I might have lost like half of my blood.
And your leg.
Well, I pretty much, yeah, that's all gone. I have one though.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
here.
sticks.
I'll go in the fridge. Eat some cheese.
What?
What?
Just I don't know. Eat something. You gotta, you know.
Will this
Just
help
eat
me
something.
get my leg back?
What?
I don't think that's how it works, man.
I don't know. Just when you go give blood, they make you eat something after. So here, eat like. You don't want the cheese here. There's some ranch dip here. Have that.
Oh, okay.
And give
She'll
you a
just
spoon.
This food crime.
Skip it out.
Would you all make a hard carelessness roll?
Oh,
Oh,
Unless you
no.
feel like you are beyond the realm of being able to perceive your environment, in which case, don't bother.
Yeah. I have found ranch dip and I want this ranch dip now.
Well, I've got all these willpower points. Might as well reroll.
it.
And
Yeah,
hope
me
for
too.
6.
I'm gonna reroll.
Ooh,
I'm gonna reroll 2 of them.
I got
Uh,
2 6s and a 5 on the reroll.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, it was almost a devil's
no.
boxing. So
Okay.
yeah, I make it.
I spent
What was
4
the-
willpower, but I'm good.
what was the difficulty on this?
Hard.
Okay. Yeah, let's burn through some willpower, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna fail it. It's fine.
Indy and Kurt, like, as this is all happening, as everyone is starting to freak out and Oakley is going to eat cheese and ranch dip, the door to the basement has opened a few inches.
I look at Indy. Let's get the fuck out of here, man.
Not a bad idea. Front door or back.
The fucking front door. The cars, I don't care if they don't got tires. They're still going to run and they're still going to get us out of here.
I will. I have my Scream stick now.
Yeah.
Because I got it back from Troy.
Mhm.
While everything is happening, I'm just going to kind of push my way through. I'm holding it ready. I'm just going to push my way through the group and try to go to the front door and see if it opens.
There's a note.
What does it say?
A life for a life.
I'm going to gesture for Kurt to come over.
Come by. What's up?
I mean, if we leave 3 of them here and there's 2 of us, seems like the math balances out, right?
Damn it.
Just a small point of order for me. Troy got the phone. No, Kurt has the phone. Right?
Yeah, as far as I know, unless...
Elsie, you okay?
I didn't know there was gonna be a thunderstorm today, and just like at that moment, a really loud, like through my soundproof headphones, this is huge crack of thunder just like rolled across the sky, and I was like, "Okay, then, mood setting, let's go." That's it. I'm good.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
You think, well, I don't know what you saw, but on the basement door, it said the first one through didn't have a fun time. You think we gotta send them through? Or we gotta leave them here?
Maybe we have to do the deed.
Anything happening from the basement, Hoop?
Every time the 2 of you look away, it opens about another inch or 2.
What the fuck was down there?
Troy.
Another Troy?
Another Troy. Extra mouths.
Maybe Troy's the only one that's gotta go.
Is the front door unlocked?
You tried the door yet?
I'm gonna try it now.
It's not locked.
I'm gonna run through the door and slam it shut behind me.
Yeah?
I'm holding it. I'm holding it closed.
You open the door, step out, and slam.
I kind of bought into your first person Nago, so I just let you go and I just wait.
Is there anybody outside?
It's very dark out.
Pull my phone out. Use my flashlight. I need to roll a d20.
I got you.
Thank you.
Subtract 9%.
84, 75.
Still plenty. The light kind of just, searches over the area, and then you come back. You see that red hat, Letterman's jacket standing there, knife in hand. A smile that literally stretches from ear to ear.
Awful. How close is he?
Maybe 20 feet off.
I locked the door.
I hear it lock, and I'll let the handle go. And I'm going to hold my hand out and say, do you still have that lighter?
Lighter clicks on.
I'm going to hold it out, hold my hand out, see if he comes up and gives it to me.
A moderate repulsion check.
Okay. easy pass. I have a 1 in repulsion.
Oh. Yeah, steps forward. That smile never fades, but the eyes seem a little confused. And we'll put the lighter in your hand.
I want to do something.
Please.
Watching it when that happens, I want to rip the door open and I want to grab outside Troy by the arm. I want to haul him down in here and just start beating the living hell out of it.
Yeah. And Indy, unless you're stopping?
I am gonna swing on Kurt.
Now with
First you want to save me, now you want to kill me. Make up your mind!
now with no one to look at the basement door, it has fully opened. Troy has shambled his way up the stairs, still coated in blood, and is just kind of pulling himself towards the nearest person, while everyone is staring at this fight happening at the front door. A confusing mix of, oh, the two of them must attack this fake Troy. Oh wait, no. They're fighting each other? Wait. Troy's on the side of Indy? Wait, what is happening?
The whole time Indy is yelling, I got this, man, I got this. Just let him go. But Indy is not pulling his strikes. Kurt would feel that.
Oakley, Tasha, and Troy. Would you say that this scene is distracting enough that you would not see a figure creeping up from the basement?
I was about to say Tasha's been slowly backing up towards the kitchen because that's where the knives are. So might not notice someone walking up, no.
Well, that
But
puts
they
you in a
might
perfect
Absolutely
spot
not.
then. This figure is going to make an attack against you. You are unawares, which means that they automatically get 1 additional success. I've never had this happen. I do with 4 successes. You know, I'll let you roll a hard carelessness roll. I would say it'd be moderate, but you're high in Percocet at the moment. Tasha.
Wait, me?
Tasha.
Okay.
Tasha.
I was like, I thought I missed
Oh.
something.
Okay, let's go. Oh, I'm so close to 3 6s. Okay, hold on, I'm spending willpower. I'm just gonna keep subtracting willpower till I roll the damn 6. That's what's happening. There we go. I pass.
Which is great, because I'm pretty sure that was about to be 36 on the death's door tracker. But, no. With your success, that brings it down to a 9 instead, as this thing just latches onto both of the back of both of your legs, teeth just digging in.
Oh, god damn it, it's back! Basement Troy!
Oh, dude, it's Basement Troy. Hi, Basement Troy.
Troy.
Got
It
Real
looked like
Troy.
me.
Real Troy.
Real Troy. That one doesn't even look like me.
okay. That's
You
why I call him
see
Basement
one of your
Troy.
companions in the kitchen, blood loss and drugs just almost knocking Oakley just out of commission. Tasha is being ripped to the ground, and it's trying to drag them back to the basement. Your other companions are at the front door, fighting you and each other. What would you like to do?
Can I go for the back door?
Absolutely, you can.
I'm gonna leave.
You'd see that same
Um.
note, handwritten, perfect cursive, that says a life for a life.
If I Indy left to go outside, okay, without dying, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. And that thing is attacking Tasha.
Yep.
Oakley is really, really high
Oakley is slowly bleeding to death.
and bleeding to death, and the other three are fighting.
Mhm.
Detail.
Okay, I'll just step outside then, yeah. Because apparently all three Troys are accounted for. Like, I'm here. Basement Troy is in the kitchen. Other Troy with the lighter is occupied too. So hopefully, LC logic is there are no more Troys. Hoop logic is probably going to add 5 more Troys. So I would like to go for the back door.
Get to the back door. It opens. Step out. Shut it behind you.
Yeah.
The door shuts. The sound of screaming is gone. The sound of fighting is gone.
I would like to just walk away.
It's just a very gentle, very distant music playing. You just turn and start just limping your way to the road
Mm-hmm.
and just away from the cabin.
Yep. These people are crazy. These rich fuckers are crazy, and I'm out.
I'm gonna go down the line as we load up our "You're not hiding very well" music. Oakley,
Mm-hmm.
the only one not actively being attacked.
Yeah.
You're not gonna last long in this state.
No, probably not.
What you doing?
Because I know Kurt mentioned something about a garrote or like a tourniquet. Did he ever finish that, or?
I think
Just
it was a
kinda-
tie that just went like tight around the
Probably not a
leg,
great-
but it's not like
It's not like a tourniquet.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think she can do it. I think her vision starts blurring and she's in a comfy chair, and those drugs are kind of taking the edge off of whatever shock and pain that she was feeling. And so I think just eventually she just passes out, falls asleep, just is not conscious anymore of what is going on.
from your pocket, Troy. Your phone buzzes.
Wait, do I have my phone again?
Of course you do. You had your phone this whole time. Why would anyone else have your phone?
Okay, Hoop. I have my phone.
It buzzes.
I take it out.
Answer it.
Hello? No, wait, yo.
It's that very similar neutral toned voice. In a heartbreaking turn of events, an individual was discovered lifeless in a remote cabin in the woods yesterday evening. Apparently the victim of severe blood loss. Authorities arrived to the scene in response to a distress call from a concerned neighbor who heard loud noises and screaming coming from the cabin. And it cuts out.
Must have been a wrong number.
Let's go over to Tasha. Tasha, Oakley is in the kitchen, just head kind of leaned back. The others are still fighting for who knows what. Everything is just so off. Nothing makes sense. And that hand has continued to reach down the stairs. Just long, stretching, cold hand. You are also slowly being drugged back into the basement by Monster Troy.
Does Basement Troy have both my legs or just one of them currently?
like the neck mouth area bit one, and the
Okay.
leg mouth area bit the other.
Okay, well, I still got one good arm. I would like to pound Basement Trey's face, the real face, the normal face, in to like get free.
I mean, you would just punch and punch and punch to the point where you're starting to break through. You're bruising, you're cracking bones. It's still like that hand is getting closer and closer.
Um. It just kind of a random gamble. Oakley, please wake up and get me a knife right now.
Hand reaches you, grabs at the front of what's left of your outfit, and just starts very carefully, slowly pulling you back the stairs. You struggle against it. It seems to be overpowering the creature that has your legs.
I think Tasha likes grandma hands better than Basement Troy. Yeah.
That thing from the basement eventually is forced to let go, and you are pulled up the stairs, back up into the attic. We'll get back to you. The two of us fighting at the door. This fake Troy, smile across his face, hasn't really done much. Hasn't swung back, hasn't tried to fight, has kind of just takes blow after blow, still smiling, still just lying there. Indy, I think you are more trying to get Kurt off of that Troy.
Yes.
I'll leave it up to two of you. What's happening?
I'm just trying to get the lighter back. So I'm not necessarily going to fight if I can grab my hands on it and pull away. I'll stop fighting, but I'm not going to fight you. I'm just trying to get the lighter.
Kian, as a player, didn't plan for that answer. I'm gonna be honest. Thought you were just gonna try and punch me in the face. I have the lighter in one hand, and I am trying to. Okay. I'm trying to push back Kurt with the hand that I have the stick in,
Mhm.
but I would also be trying to pull outside Troy back outside. Um, so the hand that has the lighter would be in the fray. And Kurt, I assume that you would somehow see this, but it is definitely within reaching distance. I'm trying to think. I don't hold lighters very often. I would just kind of have it in my palm, pressed against other Troy's back, and I have the lighter and the shirt in my grip, and I'm trying to pull outside Troy back outside.
Okay, I would be focusing on that. So if you're swinging at me, I would just kind of hold up my arm and try to catch the blows on that. And then if I saw your hand with the lighter, I would just kind of both hand kind of grab that and just try to get that out of your hand.
Yeah. And do you think that effort would be enough to wrestle the lighter away while you rip Troy back outside?
I mean, I am max frailty and 3 in clumsiness, so probably
Probably.
I probably can't do 2 things at once in a fight.
Yeah.
I have 2 frailties. So I'm pretty.
Yeah, I would
strong.
say that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna grab that, and as I do, I'm gonna push you and out the door, kind of thing. And then I'm like, "You're fucking crazy!" And then I'm gonna go towards the kitchen, and I want to go for the booze, and I'm gonna start smashing bottles around the kitchen.
You would
Did
see
you shut the
Oakley,
door?
who is
No, I didn't touch the door.
Oakley's not moving, just kind of sitting there in one of the kitchen chairs.
Yeah, I'm going to smash a couple of bottles. I'm gonna look for Tasha.
Nowhere to be seen.
It's your house. And once I've smashed a few bottles, I'm gonna come over to Oakley and check if Oakley's still alive.
Make a hard ignorance check. Because you also are you on? Did you take any Percocet?
No, I did not.
Oh, then moderate. Ignorance
Was
check.
ignorance?
Unless you're trained in first aid.
I am absolutely not. I'm gonna spend a willpower. Nope.
You don't feel a pulse.
Can I keep spending willpower?
Absolutely, you can.
All right. Go ahead. Go again. Ah, finally. I have to get over?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, 4 will do it. Cool. I spent 2 willpower there, right? Okay.
There's a moment, like as you're ready to give up, you think maybe you just felt a pulse.
All right. Come on, darling. And I will pick Oakley up over my shoulder. And I'm going to start heading out. And as I do, I'm going to flick the lighter. I'm going to toss it into the booze that I...
It hits. Indy, I will say that the pulse checking took a few moments, as outdoors or outside Troy is just lying there still smiling, looking at you.
I would have pulled the door shut and looked at outside Troy and said, "This makes us even, right?"
Still just looking at you smiling.
I'm gonna take a couple steps away. Does it do anything?
No.
Which car looks the most drivable right now?
Yours.
Oh, thank. uh, one of them went up in flames, right?
Yes.
Outside Troy set one on fire. Which car was that?
Kurt's car.
What's the state of the other car?
It's a lease.
Tires are flat.
But other than that, it looks okay.
Yep.
Do I see the flames going up at this point?
They've kind of died down. Like the flames have hit the interior of the car, so there's a little bit of fire, but there was mostly just a flash of like as if it was coated in gasoline, and then it's just slowly burning.
Any gasoline elsewhere? Do I see like a thing of gasoline?
I don't think it would be ridiculous to say that everyone would have brought some extra gas.
I pause and I look at the can of gasoline and I'm going to grab it and pull it into the car with me. Is the house on fire?
By this point, the house has started to smoke, and you can see the signs of flame flickering through the window.
I start my car, but I sit there and watch.
Kurt, you have Oakley on your shoulder. The house is now going up in flames.
I'm heading out that front door.
You see Indy sitting in his car, just kind of watching.
I'll go to the car and open the back door. Put Oakley in. Hang tight. I'll come around passenger side. Get in. Thanks for waiting.
Ma'am, this is in accordance with both my haunt and my virtue. Indy would let you in the car. Not driving, not saying anything, just watching the house.
I do the same thing. I just sit there. I put a cigarette in my mouth, look for my lighter, realize I don't have it. Is there a lighter in the car?
This is modern, so it would not have the car cigarette lighter, I can tell you that.
Probably should be quitting anyways.
This is pretty crazy, isn't it?
You're something, and it's not wrong.
You would see Indy smiling as they are watching the house. And once it is fully, like that fire has spread, would, damn. Kian just remembered something, but Indy would start the car and start driving down the road.
If we see Troy hitchhiking, just don't stop.
Didn't plan on it.
Troy. Your phone buzzes one more time. Answering it, you hear that same neutral tone voice. In a shocking turn of events, local authorities are investigating a peculiar cabin fire that consumed the remote dwelling in the outskirts of the city. The charred remains of the cabin were discovered yesterday, with an unexpected and eerie find. Dozens of porcelain dolls remained intact despite the blaze. In unrelated news, Tasha Murphy, local college valedictorian, has gone missing. If you know any information of their whereabouts, please contact, and then it cuts out.
I drop my phone and I keep walking.
It rings again and again and again, somehow getting louder and louder the further you walk away. You hear the sound of a car off the road nearby to where you're walking. It's gotta be one of their cars. One of them is driving away. Would you like to do anything?
No. I don't want anything to do with these people anymore. They're cursed.
From that phone, with the last little bit of life, the text message opens up, your message app, your email opens up, your social media apps open up. Every one of them attaching the files from your gallery of bribes, handed shots of accidents, things that were all covered up, things that money made disappear. They attach themselves to every single one, every social media outlet, every message contact in your phone, every email contact that you've ever emailed. Every single one gets these pictures, gets these videos, gets these recorded, phone calls, and they all send.
Well,
For Indian Kurt, by the time you'd get back down to the city, to a hospital, Oakley did not make it.
Would Kurt have been checking on Oakley as we drive?
No, I think that at this point, Kurt figures it's out of his hands and there's really nothing to be done. Either Oakley's gonna make it or Oakley's not. Like, he's already gone way further than he really normally would have. So he's like, his aunt is apathy. So at this point, he's just kind of overwhelmed and just sits in the car wishing he had a way to light a cigarette. Probably, singing "It's My Life" under his breath.
If we get to the hospital, and Oakley is dead, Indy would probably just pull Oakley out of the car and leave them near the entrance before continuing on, because Indy's font is also apathy, and Indy does not want to be directly involved with this.
Absolutely. I think as the camera pans away from the two of you, now just wordlessly driving away from the hospital, it pans down to Oakley's body. The lips starting to curve into a smile that just extends out and out and out, covering the full lower half of the face. Sits up, gets to its feet, and just starts walking. And I think that is a beautiful place for us to bring this game to a close.
Hot damn.
Oh,
And knowing Hoop has never seen a movie in his life, I know that wasn't a reference to anything either, which is crazy. You are a magnificent storyteller. How do you do this?
Really true.
Oh, thank you all so much for being here. This was so much fun. I love horror games. I can't stand horror anywhere else. I'm a giant baby. I'm an enormous baby when it comes to horror, unless it's in TTRPGs, in which case it's a blast. But I do want to go around that. I'm going home. Go around one more time and let everyone tell you who they are and where you can find them on the internet. We'll go the same order we did intros, so we will start with Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. You can find me on the interwebs at uptight_Siobhan. I have been indie tonight. Coming up, July is a pretty quiet month for me. I am hanging out here for the Fabula Ultima campaign every other Saturday. I am very sad in that game right now because Hoop has taken away my
Your what?
girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Hoop was going to say waifu, which is disrespectful.
I mean,
it's not true, Elsie. Don't at me. Don't at me. Don't drag me in public like this. Am I in anything else this month?
gay camp.
Gay camp, thank you. I am over on Singularity Roleplay. We are doing our gay camp campaign. It is absolutely delightful. It's a phenomenal cast. Right now we're in gay panic, but things are going to get dark pretty quickly probably. It is also a charity campaign, so feel free to come and hang out, donate, supporting good cause. I can't remember what the specific organization is right now, but I know it supports trans people. So definitely come and hang out. Oh, and thank you, Cass. Our Nova finale is next Saturday. I am so stressed about that. The poor cast has got me yelling at them in all of their DMs. But yes, that will be my other thing. But July is a pretty quiet month for me. Follow me on social media. I have a couple of projects coming up that I can't yet talk about, but if you are interested, that is where you will hear about them first. And that's me.
Heck yeah. Over to Karish, who fantastically played someone who is both dying of blood loss and very high.
Hopefully I did it justice, because I have not really been either one of those. So, yeah, I'm Karish Valandar. You can find me over on the Bird app for as long as that continues to stay a thing. I mean, pretty much search Karish Valandar on social media sites, and if I'm there, you'll find me. I stream here on Twitch. I do variety stuff on my channel, but I also am a project manager for the Paths and Dragons crew, and I'm involved with some of their stuff. Coming up, I know I have some stuff. I guess my first time DMing here on the Lost Caravan will be in a couple of weeks. Parks and Recs, REX, dinos. So it's pretty much think Jurassic Park, but if the main characters were the dinosaurs. So I think that might be it that I have on the books for sure. But yeah, follow me over on Twitter, and that's where I post all my updates and upcoming stuff.
Heck yeah. And then over to Aaron.
Hello, everyone. I'm the maybe dead. You didn't see my body. That's all I'm gonna say. It's important in horror to see a body.
We did see a porcelain doll that looked that had a scary resemblance to Tasha.
Indeed. But yes, you can find me pretty much everywhere as Great Cthulhu. Twitter is burning to the ground, but I stream on Twitch in quotes. It's usually on other people's channels. Well, let's see what's coming up for me. Friday, I will be playing Blade Runner as per usual at my friend Stolen Fire's channel at 6 p.m. Pacific. And then actually next Sunday, I will be back here for another Locus one-shot. This time, I'll be playing a creepy goth weirdo, so maybe I'll live longer.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. In Locus, you could be the worst character and survive to the end just because you're. Never know.
Hey. Don't at me.
At yourself. Over to Bleak.
Yes, hi, I'm the Bleak Season. You can find me at the Bleak Season on Twitter. And so what I coming up, I usually stream either on the Guild Superior channel. We have our regular Greyhawk game, which is normally on Tuesdays, is on Mondays this week. After that, I'll be back on Tuesdays, and then I play in then, and I run Thursday night games on that channel. I got a Shadowrun game that's starting this Thursday, and then back to some Lord of the Rings. I also stream on my own channel, which is the twitch.tv/The Bleak Season. I usually do one special game or a couple of games a month, and this month I'm doing Mouse Guard, which I've been wanting to do for a very long time. So I'm going to do a little two-shot of Mouse Guard on Mondays later this month. Anyways, you can find out all the info about that by checking out my Twitter and my links there. I super appreciate the invite to come play here. It was a lot of fun. I loved playing with you all. You are all absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much. I look forward to, I think I got another game coming up here with you guys at some point sometime soon. So I look forward to that. But I had a great time. Thank you so much. You're all absolutely amazing. And I really appreciate you all. Thanks.
Well, thanks for putting your trust in my hands in a horror game.
I've been looking for it. Like it's very hard. I like this type of game, and this is the kind of game that I run. Usually, people will tell you that I'm an emotional terrorist, but I rarely find opportunities to play a game that make me feel like at some point like So it was a lot of fun to when we were at the door. I'm gonna tell you, when we were at the door, and you stepped out and you were signaling to this thing, and I was so conflicted about what to do, and I was like, just like, so that was very great to feel that. So thank you very much.
You love to have that emotion, like
just like that.
We should have left Troy in the road, I think, is the moral of the story.
Yeah, I think from now on.
I would have showed up somewhere else, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Troy, I trusted you. I was like, wear your seatbelt. I don't want you to get hurt.
I don't know what to tell you.
Over to Troy Bolton. I mean, Liz Bolton. I mean.
So none of that was scripted. I have no idea what Hoop was doing. I still don't know. Kian got the brain cell back, I guess. Anyways, I am
You literally never went to go interact with any of the other U's.
Yeah. I don't believe that they're there.
Because they weren't there. It was just you.
It's just me. I don't know what you're talking about. It's me again, LZ. You can find me at Optimistakes on all social media. The spelling is right above my head. And this month, it is also a light month for me. Today is the 2nd. The 6th, I have a cult game. Super excited for that. I've never played Cult in my life, and yeah, but it's right up my alley, I guess you could say. Then next weekend, this is also here on the Lost Caravan, if you didn't know, at 8 p.m. On the 9th, I will be back on the Lost Caravan again with the second weekend in a row of Locus. It just won't let me go. I can't get rid of it. I have been personally attacked by this specific game in particular. You can take that up with Rise if you would like. And on 11th, like he said, I have... Okay, wait, let me go back to Locus on the 9th. If you want to watch me actually suffer and cry, because it is a personal attack on my life, please come and watch. I'm sure everybody in the server enjoys watching me cry.
Sure.
On the 11th, as I said, or Kian said, I have Gay Camp over on Singularity. It's not called Game Camp, it's called Camp Runners Cross. I keep forgetting that. That's also at 8 p.m. on that channel. And then I am a free agent all the way until the 26th. The 26th, if you like watching me suffer, but you also have beef with Hoop, please come watch us on Modthulu on the 26th, where you can give Hoop the villain points if you would like. I would love that. I also, for the first time ever, get to have some projects I can't talk about yet in August. I'm super excited. That's the first time I've ever gotten to say that. And then at the end of the month, I have Speakeasy Conspiracy. Yes, I know, Cass. I know. No, wait, that's not it. I was thinking about that already. It's King's Gambit. Cass said King's Gambit, and I said Speakeasy. It's King's Gambit. That's our spies game where I play absolutely feral gremlin, who's gotten shot twice in a row. And that's it for me. I'm gonna quit talking and let Hoop take us out because I lived, bitch. Thanks, Hoop.
I'll try harder next time.
Please don't.
That just leaves me. I, of course, have an Andrew, storyteller for tonight's game and for most games around here. If you want to join us and roll some dice with us, we are planning a Call of Cthulhu week next month, which is going to be very cool. It's mostly going to be hosted by Turk Accented, but you will see my face there running some games, as well as some other guest GMs. We have 11 games total that we're going to be running, 55 cast members. If you want to sign up, I think we still have like 10 or so spots left. You can find that right there in chat, or you can also join our Discord, link down below, that big old button that says Discord. It's where we post things like casting call schedules and just generally hang out and be big. I'm going home. Just
You're so close, Hoop.
Almost made it to the end.
Big
throwing
giant
a
nerd.
raid
You got
over
this.
to Sword and Key, who is playing Brindlewood Bay. Speaking of mysteries, we'll go show them some love. As always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.